a friend code, give it to your friend and have them type it into the refer box when they sign up online. Alternatively, give the code to our friendly call centre team and they'll do the rest. So come and bring your friends into the fabulous world of jewellery making. Jewellery Maker, share your passion.
Are you new to jewellery making? Then tune in to our Designer Inspiration Show every day between 1 and 5 for our new 2 sections. We'll help you get started and give you all the knowledge and inspiration you need. Also, we'll be introducing you to a new medium every day. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, we've got everything you need to get you started with a new hobby. The Designer Inspiration Show, only on Jewellery Maker.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome all to the morning show. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. It is Wednesday, isn't it, today already? It's Wednesday and it is lovely to have you on board with us because, yeah, you can see it behind me. The summer sale today is in full force and I tell you what, you're going to have lots of different treats, and the summer sale isn't just going to be bringing up all of those old strands that you probably already have. There's going to be some surprises in there as well for you today. And speaking of surprises, we're joined today by a lady who seems like she's been away from me for quite some time because she's been on her jollies. I'm joined today by the lovely Sara Alvin.
Hello.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How were your jollies, please?
They were lovely, lovely. The kids absolutely loved it. 2 weeks in a tent in France, they absolutely just went completely wild. So it's brilliant.
2 weeks in a tent?
Yes.
I'm going camping. I'm going camping on Saturday for one night, and that's plenty.
Oh, you see, we've got to do it right though. You've got to have, you know, your inflatable couch and armchair and your carpet inside the tent and your proper kitchen and things like that. So yeah, do it right. It's okay.
Yeah. Are you all hooked up and everything else?
Hooked up to the electricity and everything. So it was all fairly easy, really.
Fairly easy to do. Yeah. Still not convinced. I have got lots and lots coming up for you today. We're going to be doing some different techniques. One technique I've never even seen before.
Yes, we're going to do some slightly different twists on Kumihimo for people, and also a slightly different technique with some ribbon as well. So stay tuned. Something
for you to stay tuned for, and I personally have never seen the technique itself before. So something really, really different and really exciting for us today. do feel free to get in touch with us today. 60777, so you text the word JM Studio. Maybe you've just got back off your holidays like Sarah. Maybe you're just about to go on your holidays like Sarah. You've just got back.
Yes.
And you're off again?
Yes, on Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
You've been back in the country for how many days?
It'll be 5 days.
5 days,
yes.
And you're going away?
Yes.
I know. Where are you off to?
We're going to Tenerife.
Oh, how long? 1, 2 days? Quick flight?
16 nights.
16 nights. Brilliant.
As you do.
Just fab. So jealous. So do feel free to get in touch with us today. Do you want something brand spanking new? Well, I've definitely never seen them before. For the early bird, take a little look at these. Can you guess what they are? They are, of course, look, your hair grips. Your hair grips, your hair slides that we have here for you today. They are just phenomenal. Very unusual for us to have something like this, and let me talk you through it. This is a hair grip or a hair slide, as it were, and it literally does what it says on the tin. Just like Kirby grips and those kind of hair grips. You literally just place it into the side of the hair, as so. It holds all your hair into place all beautifully, nicely, as you can see here. But what you can do, of course, is put your little sprigs in here, put your little detail in there. You can put polymer clay on top of these, fabric onto these, and you saw me then pop it in my hair and take it out of my hair. My hair has got a lot of hairspray in it this morning, but you know, no hair's coming off on this whatsoever, which goes to show that it's really beautifully made, because I've got quite thin hair. So with my hair, I can put in certain, even just normal Kirby grips, and say one of the ends has come off, you know, it'll tug on your hair and it'll pull some of your hair. No problem with these whatsoever, because it does have a beautiful smooth edge to it. It's even got your smooth edges to the sides here. It's nice and sturdy, as you can see, though. You know, you can get a lot of hair in there, as you can see, but it does close up nice and tight. So if you are like me and you do have thinner hair, or maybe if you're just going to be wearing your hair in a certain way, you know, when we do kind of a little bit of bouffant on top, and you might just have sort of a few strands of hair just covering the bit where you've back combed, well then these are perfect for that, because you can see how tight and neat and tidy they close up there. And you have got, there's loads of you coming in for these, you've got a pack of 10. No, you haven't. You've got 2 packs of 10. 2 packs of 10 you've got here. Size-wise, they're approximately an 8.5 centimetres in length, approximately, for this section here. So really very, very workable for us. Lots of you flying in, because it is something new, it is something different. It's great for proms, it's great for summer wear, and for you today at $6.95, it's great if you just want a real bargain. These are going to be so fab for us to work with, and like I say, you know, they are metal, you can hear that. So that means these aren't going to snap as you pull them apart like some hair combs and hair bands do. This means that they are going to keep that lovely metallic shine, but we want some inspiration, don't we? So let's hear exactly what Sarah Alvin would do with these.
I just love having these. Very simply, you can put your alcohol inks on them and change the colour of them as well. So if you want to keep them really simple, you can stamp onto them with those. Just decorating the ends of them as well, just where that open part is at the end, maybe just putting a few flower beads on there, maybe making them with pearls for that bridal piece. These are great for anyone with really thick hair as well, because I struggle with clips that won't stay in my hair, and these stay in beautifully in thicker hair as well, so they work for everybody. And they're great for things like if you're going to do updos, where you actually need that real force and grip on the hair. These are great for that, because they've got that longer length on them. But you can do so many different things, maybe do wire work designs and pop those on, maybe leaves and have like a vine design running down the back, maybe use a couple of them and have them on either side of the hair, and have strings of gemstones running across the back of a bun, something like that. Would look beautiful.
Yeah, and I was thinking, you know, for the different kind of ways that we do wear our hair, for things like your French roll, for example, you need grips like this, don't you?
You do.
And actually, the lovely thing about using something decorative, if you say, imagine you did a little spruce at the end of here, a little bit of wire, you did your tiara twist just on the end there. Of course, you can hide this in your hair once, you know, you get your hair into place. You can put it in your hair, so you just have that little spruce sticking out. out. But the lovely thing with kind of using something that's decorative as a mechanism is sometimes I personally spend a lot of time trying to hide the Kirby grips. You know, when you put them in your hair, you spend a lot of the time, especially if you've got quite a complex hairdo, you spend a lot of time trying to hide them in the hair. With this, you don't have to worry about hiding them if you don't want to, because you're going to make it look gorgeous, you're going to make it decorative. So it's actually going to do a job, but actually look really glam too.
That's it. And you know, if you've got to have functional ways of holding your hair up, it's brilliant to have them decorative, and it's also brilliant to have them to match your outfits as well. So when you get so many in a pack, you can look and then say, right, I'm going to make some that are going to be for really glamorous for evening wear, and I'm going to put my black agates and my onyx and things like that on there, and your clear quartz, and have those really glamorous ones. And then you can have ones that you're going to have just for fun, for when you're on summer. You know, you might be going on holiday and you just need something to keep your hair out of your face, so you can make sure you don't end up with a white mark on your forehead or something like that. Just to have something really functional but still fun and still really decorative.
Perfect for that, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely perfect for it. So do treat yourself to these today. And speaking of treats, at 9:30 I've got a big treat, and I don't even know if I'm going to say what it is. 9:30, big treat. Stay tuned. I'll show you in a little bit. I really will. Okay, so we're going to bring to you now some storage. You can see one of Sarah's beautiful designs here, which I think is from her first kit. That's coming up for you very, very soon. But I have got some storage boxes right here. These ones aren't so much storage boxes. They're so much more than that. I mean, look at the size of these. They are fantastic for you to be able to work with. Take a little look at these boxes for me, please. You can see your individual sections that are highlighted here, and you can see the open section there. You have got your flip top openings, which are really easy to do. You see, I do it with my knuckle because of my nails, but it's really simple to do. It's not one of those, sometimes you get boxes that are like Fort Knox to get into, don't you? Not with these ones. And then have a little look. So you can see here, people have been asking, what are those little lids, those little lips there for? Because they are lipped. It's because these boxes are open boxes to make your life much easier, so they don't need lids on. And what that does essentially is it kind of nubs down into them. So even if you fill these pots up with any of your goodies and you put the lid on, there's not even going to be, you know, half a mil or anything of gap there, so none of your beads are going to fall out. You're not going to get that moment where you pick it up and just hear everything go clunk down to the bottom. So I've got lots and lots of different boxes in here. If I hold it like this, you should be able to see them a bit clearer. So you've got some really large boxes, as you can see. You've got some smaller. You've got some that are medium-sized, and you've got these ones which are the smallest. So you've got 4 different sizes, and you've got a different amount of each. You've got 2 of the largest, you've got around 2 of the medium, 4 of the second smallest, and then a good, 7, 8 of the smallest ones. So a great amount for different things, because don't forget, some of our mediums and products won't fit into the smaller boxes. For example, say I wanted to keep all of my cabs nicely in place. I won't be able to fit these into the smallest one, whereas I can actually get all of them into the largest one just to really help with my organisation. Those are coming up later. But also, don't forget, sometimes if you've got just, say, I don't know, 4 or 5 really nice spaces left over, you don't want to put them in the huge box. You want to find something little dainty that's easy that actually you can get your bead and thread into and thread through. They're really useful to work with. You can put them in any different order, as you can see. They're useful, they're easy, and you're getting 2 of these, ladies and gentlemen. Your price point. Buy one, get one for just £5 on these today. And it's not just one, it is 2 of them in total that we're bringing to you. 2 of these in total. They're super duper sturdy, they're really easy to work with and use, and you're getting so many of those boxes in there. It's buy one, get one for just £5. Now, these are specialist boxes. These aren't your everyday that you can pop down and get, you know, from a under £1 store, are they? These are speciality boxes.
They are, and craft storage boxes, specially developed so that they don't have that migration when you turn your box upside down for your smaller components, are incredibly expensive. I would expect to pay that price for one.
Yeah.
So to get both of those is just absolutely amazing value. And to have then the interchangeability as well, because you could have one as your desk box that you have all the time that has maybe findings in there and your spacer beads that you use all the time, and then have one as a travelling box which maybe you'll take with you to a craft fair so you can work at your craft fair and show people that you are hand making your jewellery, and have those interchangeable components between the two boxes as well.
Yeah, it's
just
good.
makes your life really easy. And these will fit beautifully into the storage bags and things like that, so you can take them with you, and having that, knowing that knowledge that you know you can tip that upside down, it's not going anywhere. It's just, for me, is that peace of mind. Things like crimp beads and seed beads and things like that are amazing.
Absolutely agree with that. Well done to everyone who's already getting these. Do feel free to text us in today. If you've just got back off your holiday, if you're going on a holiday, both of which are very much like Sarah, do feel free to get in touch with us today. What are you up to? Is it sunny where you are? It's kind of sunny but cold here, isn't it? Let's be honest. Tell you what, Cheshire this morning, fog. Unlike anything I've seen in years. It's quite nice though. Lots of you coming in. Do check out those baskets for me. You buy one, you get one for £5. And do you know what I like about them? They're quite slender as well, aren't they? They are quite slender, which means they're large but slender still. So really useful for just kind of, and they do have a lip as well on top. So really easy for stacking. Okie pokely, challenge time. What are we challenging Sarah with? I don't even know. Oh, frosted goodies. Oh, look at these. They are absolutely quaint. Really dainty little cubes, and they're frosted. How cutesy are they? We don't see pieces like this often. I can't think of a time I've ever seen a strand like this, actually. These ones are your corner drilled cubes that we have here. So they're cube shaped and they're drilled from corner to corner. They're 4mm and they are crackled quartz, but they have this gorgeous frosting upon them. And that frosting's giving them a really nice matte look. Very, very dainty, these ones. I like that. Dainty pieces, 50 carats worth. I've also got for you, sticking with a similar colour palette, but a bit more vibrancy in a sense, a bit more difference. You've got in there your frosted, beautiful, all of these by the way, as far as I can tell, are frosted. You've got those wonderful agates, and both of these, actually you've got another agate here as well. Both of these really just giving you a really, really interesting look to the appeal of these. You've got your quartz in here too. You've got banded agate. Can you believe, wow. Oh, that's like, when you get this home and you feel these, a very, very sort of tactile selection of gems they're frosted. When you get these home, they feel almost velvety, I think. Really nice against the skin. So if these rose quartz, they're 6mm that I've just brought to you there. And then, really nice to have a bit of a different shape. With your centre drilled, what are we describing these as? Drops, ovals, eyelets. Yeah, so we've got those ones as well, ovals. They're a 10 by 8 approximately, and you've got 100 carats worth of these on there. So we're actually giving Sarah a really, really hefty amount of gemstones to work with. 6 strands in here in total to work with. You've got those really beautiful kind of hit of colour with the oranges. You've got that lovely druzy that we have on this druzy strand. You've got those quaint and delicate cubes. I've got a Works for Everybody matte black gemstone. I've got rose quartz in this very delicate kind of candy floss tone. And then I have some of that clarity aspect brought in with the white frosted quartz. Your price point today for frosting collection should have been higher than that, should have been quite a bit higher than that actually, but we are going to give you a treat today. We're getting you ready for the summer sale today. £14.95 we've just dropped this to for 6 strands of genuine gemstones in the frosted appearance, which isn't something that we see often at all. And I can't wait to hear what Sarah's got in mind for these.
looking at those and I'm thinking I'm going to make several different suites of jewellery, because I think that some of the colour tones work really well together. So I'm looking at the blacks and the frosted whites together, and I think that's very sort of evening, glamorous, everyday wear. But also then I'm looking at the pink and the black together, and I'm thinking those would work really nicely as a good sort of contrast. And I'm looking at all the natural tones there as well, with the oranges and I just think they're just going to all work beautifully as different suites of jewellery. So I'm going to do some sort of classic beaded pieces, because I think that, you know, that's quite great if you're just a beginner coming into the jewellery making, but also I think, you know, they're great everyday pieces that I find sell really, really well, and might do some little bit of wire work with it. We'll see how we go, or maybe some cord work. We'll see how we go.
They're just wonderful, aren't they? I just love those ideas. It's working out about £2.50 per strand. So get them whilst you can. Got for you now. The amount of light that's banding through these is really quite breathtaking. Unusual to get this much light translation through an Ametrine, and actually when I've got this on my hand, it's going to be impossible for you to see because of the angle the light's at in, but when I've got it on my hand I am getting this absolute gleam and glow of light in those beautiful globe shapes. Very, very delicate. For anyone who's ever been afraid of Ametrine, for anyone who's ever been a little bit worried that maybe purple and yellow together aren't their thing, then this is for you, because it's subtle, elegant, and going to be workable for us all. It's not overpowering, is it? It's not too much of a pop. It's not too much of a brightness, is it? The tone of this itself is very, very gentle. The saturation of it is quite a low, subdued percentage. Saturation-wise, you know, we could be looking around about, I'm going to say 25%. So a really, really delicate amount to this. I've still definitely got the colours there. I mean, you can see it, can't you? You can see those lavender tones, those lilac tones. You can see those beautiful sunshine notes as well. But they're not overpowering. So this is going to be great for those people who maybe, you know, can't wear certain bold colours due to your hair colour, your skin colour, or whatever you like to wear. Because I know certain people can be quite, oh, I won't wear this colour, I won't wear that colour. And if that is you, or if maybe you feel like sometimes overpowered if you wear something bright, then this is going to be gorgeous, because it's just a little bit of a nod and a wink to a beautiful freshness of colour, but it's done in a very crisp and clean way. Ametrine. It's a really rare gemstone from Brazil. This strand, unlike any other, has a freshness I've never seen. Your price point today. Hello, summer sale. We've got summer clearance for you. It's our midweek summer sale this morning. Your price point should have been almost 12. It's £7.95 for you today on Ametrine. Don't forget, Ametrine is from that very, very remote location in Brazil, that place in which we spend days and days and days and days trying to get Ametrine out of the ground from just one individual singular mine. This area in which is so crisp and clean and beautiful, and actually I have a picture of the mining area to show you right now, just to show that that crispness is translated through. Can you see the bottom picture there? You see where you get those two mounds in the foreground. In between those is actually the entrance to the mine, and it is one entrance only. It's one mine, one entrance, that's it. It's a beautiful, pure, you can see how hard they work. They believe in this area that if they keep the kind of surrounding area pure and fresh, then that will, in a sense, determine how clear, pure and fresh their Ametrine is. And boy, oh boy, it seems to have worked for this strand. Very, very remote location with one entrance, that's all. Even if you think of the likes of Tanzanite, you know, in Tanzanite there's lots of kind of different mines in that one mining area, aren't there? You know, you get your Tanzanite one mine, you get your block C, your block D, etc. But this is a one mine, one doorway, one entrance, one exit mine. It's a tiny little place, and to be able to get this one locational gem at that knockdown price is astonishing. It's crisp, it's clean, it's going to go with absolutely everything, just giving a really, really beautiful, flirty pop of colour. But actually, the great thing about that, maybe you're not one of those people, maybe you're one of those people who loves a bit of big, bold, beautiful tone to it. Well then, you could just as easily work this with something bright and bold behind or even alongside, because look, you've still got that clarity area for the colour itself to pop through. So you can really go for it if you want to. I've got a brand new in strand of Moonstone actually as well, which I think will work really nicely alongside it. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Because you get those pops of the sunshine yellow coming through. This Moonstone coming up at about 11:30 for you, so do stay tuned for that. Well done everyone, that's the first of your summer clearance, but I've got more coming up throughout the show today. Where to, sorry my love? No problem, same box. Oh. Yeah, in the drawer. I've got cords. We are doing some Kumihimo today. Not just Kumihimo as our demonstrations though. We're going to be doing some other pieces too, and something that I personally have never seen before. If you like finger knitting, I have a feeling you're going to like the demo we're going to have for you today. But if you are into Kumihimo or your macrame or any knotting techniques, or even just you really like beautiful simple pieces with something beautiful on it, then here you are. Suedette. In a really nice array of colours actually. 5 meters on each of these we've got, so you've got 30 meters worth in total. You can see that arrow is already rolling down, so we are going to do a very naughty price. I've got for you here your beautiful rich royal red, your deep navy blue, that tan colour, the purest white, and then you've got that almost smoky quartz tone and that beautiful aubergine in there as well. Really nice array, all the way from the bright poppy fun of the white and the red down to this very kind of grown-up chocolate and aubergine tones that we have in there. Very beautiful array. You've seen that it has rolled down. We're going to make cord crazy just that. £8.95 for your Suedette, and I tell you what, if you've not worked with Suedette before, you need to give it a go. It has to be one of the softest cords that we work with. This Suedette always reminds me of that really nice bit on your dog's nose. You know, the bit just above the dog's nose, that bit there. Oh, it's like that, it's like velvet. Oh, that's what it feels like. It's so beautiful. That's what the Suedette makes me think of. So beautiful. It's really strong and sturdy as well though, and it does have a little bit of gid in it, so you can, if you do, you know, you can weave this really tightly, or you can keep it quite nice and loose, and it has got a bit of give in it, so it's going to really help your designs sort of sit nicely, because I'm sure, as you know, with certain cords that can be quite rigid, if you weave them and work with them, you can make yourself a very rigid piece. With these though, it very much settles against the décolletage, etc. Sarah's just dropping her spoons all over the place. Oh, you look like you're getting ready for bake-off or something there, Sarah.
No, it's part of the design that I'm going to be demoing.
Oh!
Yeah.
So if you too would like some spoon jewellery... oh, you're going to love this. You ready? This is my favourite. I'm so excited to bring you this. What a great start to a day. You ready? Have you seen these yet? Oh, look at that gorgeous orange organza cord. Isn't it high shine? Oh, hang on. Something's happening. Oh, it's going to beautiful hot pink, melting into a cool blue that changes into a teal and then into an orange-esque tone that gets bolder and bolder, running into a purple and into a green. How exciting is this? Look at it. I mean, seriously. Oh, it always slows down because my arm's only so long. I absolutely love and adore that, I really do. It is beautiful. It's a super sturdy one. This is our more delicate of the ones that we do of these. This is the 10mm, is it? Yes, it is. So this is our 10mm multi-coloured mesh ribbon. You can see all the colours you're going to get in there. You can see how workable and easy this is going to be. You can do your own graduated designs piece with this, which is going to be fab. Working with more cords in here to give more textures. I've got 2 of your wax cords. Now, wax cords are quite matte, and I love that about them, because when you've got something that is relatively matte like this, it's going to work with those bigger, bolder gems, or even maybe the frosted gems we had earlier on. You know, the frosted gems I had, for example, the rose quartz as the challenge, because this is frosted, but also because these are more of a matte cord. These are one of the most matte cords we do. I just think they work beautifully together. Just to let you know, that bundle we had is at the bottom of the screen. It's the challenge 6 strands. Are working out about £2.50 each. It's an amazing price point. You've then got some shine to add to it with your satin cord as well in here. Not just that though. You've got your E6000 in here as well. E6000 is fab. I don't think we have enough glue on as often as we possibly can, but if you've never worked with E6000 before, you're in the right place now. This is industrial strength. This is perfect for any of those designs that you make, you create. You don't want them to fall apart. You don't want them to kind of, you know, wither over time. This is perfect for those pieces. Maybe you're doing a bit of wire work and you've got one of those half-drilled pearls that you want to pop onto the end of a wire. This is perfect for that, because the last thing we want is to try and put it on with some, you know, kind of some glue that's not up to the job, some glue that isn't perfectly designed for jewellery making, as this is. The lovely thing about this one as well is it is clear, and it does dry clear, and it is medium viscosity as well. So it's not like some of those super strong glues that you'll pop out and it comes out like a water almost, and it goes everywhere and it messes up your piece and it dries all white and horrible and hard, and oh, it's just not on. This is perfect for it though, it really is. I love how passionate I got then about the other glue. It's just not on. You've got here a really massive amount to work with. Your mesh, your wax, your satins, and your E6000 price point, $6.95.
Wow, that's
wowzers.
It's an absolute must, isn't it?
Yeah. Susan, hello Susan. How fantastic the rainbow coloured mesh would look in a Christmas tree. Love that idea, Susan. You're absolutely right. That'd be fab, wouldn't it?
This would be great for doing your Kumihimo as well, because you don't have to worry about your colour placements. As you just do the Kumihimo, it'll just change colour naturally for you. And ribbon in Kumihimo is beautiful. And you can mix and match it with the cords if you want to, or you can do it with your macrame designs with the ribbon as well, and it just changes the look completely. And you need the E6000 for adding all of your end caps on as well. It's the perfect glue for doing that, because it's got that give. It's got that. When it sets, it doesn't set solid, it has a give in it, which allows the cords to move and give the flexibility, but gives you such longevity. It's brilliant stuff.
Perfect for that.
Oh, it's amazing glue. I love it.
Really is. Do check out your baskets for me, and do stay on the phone lines whilst you are there, because it's free phone number, you know. Even off your mobiles if you're ringing in the United Kingdom. 0800 644 6555. Okay. Is it that time? You know the one that I said was coming up at past, you only had to wait a short while, the one I wouldn't show you? Well, it's that time for it. This is big. It's your style buy. Tanzanite plain oval. I've got it here. I've got it ready. I have got it for only 35 people in the world today. 35 people. You have your opportunity laid out for you right here, right now. If you want to get your hands on one of the rarest, top 10 rarest gemstones in the entire world in cab form, I would honestly say get it whilst you can, because have you ever seen a cab of Tanzanite? Maybe you have. I have. I've seen a cab of Tanzanite here before. But have you ever seen one that is an oval and that is a massive 25 carats? 25 carats worth of one of the rarest gems in the world. That is absolutely astonishing, and that's why we've only got 35. I've only got 35 of these because essentially we've gone for carat weight and beauty, which means that we haven't gone for quantity. Yes, all right, we could have quite easily got this stone here, lopped it in half and come out with double the figures. We could have had 70 for everyone there. but we know the inherent value a lot of the time, in particular with gemstones like Tanzanite, is all to do with the amount of carat weight in one place, not the amount of carat weight that's kind of split into lots of different pieces, but the amount of carats in one place. And right here you've got them in one place, you've got them in one location, you've got them in this massive piece of Tanzanite. Now these are a 22 by 14 approximately that you'll be getting, and you can see that beautiful sheen underneath the surface, which is really pretty. But you've also got that strength of colour to these, which is, I think, phenomenal. If you have a look at the strength of colour of this, I have got a picture there which shows you to do with the colour of the grading system. Now, as you can see, there are lots of different colours that are given different grades. Not every single gemstone has a grade, but Tanzanite does, because it is highly profound and highly adored. Now, whilst you're taking a look at this gemstone, have a little look at which you think this is closest to on the colour slide. There's a lot of richness there. It's definitely not a B, is it? No area of this whatsoever a B. Colouring wise, to me, colour, if we're just looking at the colour, you're closer to a double AAA, aren't you? Easily. Now that is a nice richness, a nice colour that we've got to this, which is really, really beautiful to see, because it means we've got that depth, it means you've got that richness, it means you've got that impact. It's not watery, it's not wishy-washy, it's strong, it's bold, it's clear. Now, Sarah, you had some lovely ideas for this earlier on, exactly what you would do with them, and we'll ask you about that in a second. But when I say Tanzanite to you, what instantly comes to mind? Not what you do, but what comes to mind when I say Tanzanite?
Beauty and rarity, all in the same gemstone. It's just got the most beautiful tone to it. It's the most mesmerising colour I've ever seen in a gemstone. It's so endearing, but also, you know, the rareness of it and the value of the gemstone. So for me, to have Tanzanite, to be able to wear it, to be able to own it, I feel very privileged when I get to see this gemstone and I get to use it and work with it. So it's beautiful. I'm absolutely in love with it.
And it is a privilege, isn't it? I think we all feel that way about Tanzanite when we know the rarity of it, we know the fact that we're hardly getting any of this out of the ground anymore, let alone of this size. I mean, this size, can I honestly say that I will ever bring something to you of this size again? Well, no, I can't honestly say that from the bottom of my heart, because I've never seen anything of this size in Tanzanite, and I am unlikely to, knowing the situation with Tanzanite as it stands. You've got a huge carat weight on this of a truly mesmerising gemstone. We can all own it today, but only 35 of us can actually. At £39.95 for you today. It's truly one of the rarest gemstones in the world, of which JewelleryMaker has not, as of yet, raised the price of. We have not, as of yet, unlike our sister channel, raised the price of Tanzanite. Can I say that that's always going to be the case? No, I can't. I can't say. I'm not allowed to say. But do genuinely just get your hands on anything like this, that whilst you can, at the prices that we are currently doing. £39.95 for you today. Well done to everyone who's got your hands on that one. And Sarah, you did have ideas. I'd love to hear them.
Yeah, I looked at the shape of the cabochon and decided, because it's quite domed on both sides, it would be really beautiful to be able to make a double-sided pendant. So you can create a design on one side and then create another design on the other side. So you're going to get two designs for the price of one, with your wire work and your setting. So you might want to do a classic prong setting and have the gemstone very open on one side, and then maybe do a miniature picture like one of the Rachel Norris designs. I know she's done dragonflies and butterflies and things like that. Maybe make that for the back, or well, it would be either side, and then have two for the price of one. So the days when you just want to have the beauty of the gemstone showing, have the prong setting facing forward, and then have the design, the wirework design on the back facing forward on those days when you want that little bit more interest. It's just beautiful. I think you could be able to do an awful lot with those. Yeah. They're gorgeous. Just really beautiful.
Really nice. Angela has said, morning! The cabochon got a flat back, and that's that's from Angela. Oh, sorry, Angela. It will do if I keep dropping it like that, won't it? No, it hasn't. This one hasn't, and the ones that we got sent hadn't. It is a cabochon in the sense that it doesn't have the drill hole to it, but it's not the kind of purest en cabochon shape would you imagine of the flat back. And as Sarah's just said, you know, it does give us the opportunity to give us a double-sided piece. Well done, people who got those. Not many left. Very, very exclusive strand that we had. Cab that we had then. Okie dokie, already it's time for me to mosey on over to Sarah, and don't forget the summer sale does continue today. More of those coming up later. In fact, after 10 I'm going to have a whole section, let's say, of real treats for you. And speaking of treats, I should have brought your necklace over, I forgot. Oops. Speaking of treats, you've got loads here for us.
Yes, it's a lovely kit. I don't think I've got all the pieces out, have I? No, I've left all the earrings over
left
there.
all the earrings.
Oh, I'm not very organised today.
Oh, well, neither am I. I've just left your necklace over there as well. Shall we go?
Shall we grab them? Terribly unorganised, sorry.
We'll be back in a second.
Here we go. There we go.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So, look how many pieces Sarah has actually made. 6, 7, 8 pieces you've made in total. How did you feel when you first opened this, please?
Oh, just gorgeous. I love stars anyway. To have 2 strands of stars in there, brilliant. And then I've got pearls. And I've got those beautiful, I think they're lapis in there as well. And to have all the S-long cord as well, just is an absolute treat. I know.
Wow! I did not see these ones earlier. Those are real pearls, ladies and gentlemen. I know they look round, I know they look so smooth, I know they're massive. So you might instantly think, oh, that's a shell. No, it's real deal. 9 by 10 approximately on those ones. Serious luxury sized pearls. They're phenomenal, aren't they?
They are, aren't they just? They're just lovely.
A strand like this, usually at Jewellery Maker prices, well, we'd be looking around the $19.95 mark anyway, just for this one strand. So with me knowing the price of the entire kit, I think we're onto a winner here, ladies and gentlemen. I've got these beautiful pearls for you. They are, believe it or not, natural. Absolutely natural colouring, no bleaching upon these at all, no harsh chemicals touching these to take out any of those speckles, because they're naturally got a beautiful purity to them. They're not even irradiated, ladies and gentlemen, which, as we know, a lot of our pearls will have the heat or irradiation applied to them. These have not, completely and absolutely natural, totally unenhanced, and that means that connoisseurs out there, you will be getting this strand at a discounted price because it is part of the kit today. So really, at $19.95, as we normally expect to see this strand here, we are going to be getting ourselves a real treat, because that's what we'd normally expect to see a strand like this for. I've also got in here for you, as you said, the stars.
Aren't they beautiful?
Now, why do you love stars so much?
I just think they're a really nice shape to gift to people. If you don't want to give a heart, for instance, but a star is a wish, it's a future, it's a dream, it's all of those nice connotations in the shape of a gemstone. I just think they're just so beautiful, and I love wearing them and just make me feel, I don't know, a little bit like a mystical creature. They're beautiful. I just love wearing them. I think they're really nice. I just think they've got a really nice connotation to them, and having them in the 2 different tones as well was just brilliant, and 2 slightly different sizes as well.
Yeah, I love that about them, that you do have, you know, the different tones, but also very much different feels to them. You've got this kind of sheen on the shell that is very reminiscent of kind of daydreams and, you know, and kind of almost the majestic, the magical. And then you have this big, bold strength that's coming through with that silver hematite. It's giving you a really nice strength to them. The size on the hematite is approximately 7mm, and the size on the shell is approximately 8mm. So you've got 2 workable sizes next to each other there. I have then indeed got your lapis, which has got such a boldness and freshness to it, but still with that really gentle, delicate sizing, because of those ones we're looking, to my eye, around about a 3 or 4mm on those ones. So really nice, dainty, delicate pieces. I have got a massive findings pack here for you, and it is in the silver colour. Your findings pack's got everything you can see now on screen, including things that we haven't seen for a while, like those fancy earring findings, the twisted toggle clasps, the featherweight head pins, that metre of chain. We haven't seen things like that for quite some time, so lovely to get it in a big pack today. I've then got your essential threading materials, your beading thread, your monofilament and your elastic. All of these, if you are brand new to us, are a great way of just threading gemstones together and creating nice weaves. If you've ever seen a stretchy bracelet, you know, a bracelet that has no clasp, you just pop it on over your hand. Well, you can make your own with our elastic and all the other things in there. Really useful for you to work with. And don't forget, if you are brand new, you will get a beginner's DVD and booklet that will explain things like the findings to you. I've also got in there the Eslon. Oh, this colour palette is just stunning. Nautical colours, aren't they? Of these ones, you've got the 0.9 mil, so just under a mil for you there, just under 1 millimetres in thickness. So it gives you a nice dainty look, but is still got enough strength to it. You don't need to overuse too many cords. Let me reiterate exactly what we're getting. You've got your Nautical selection of Eslon. You've got your essential threading pack. I've got that beautiful but dainty lapis. I've got your extremely high-end, usually expectant 1995 strand of your beautifully natural and almost round white pearls. I've got the shell stars and the hematite stars all capped off with a big collection of findings. Price point today for Nautical Skies, just £29.95 for you. That essentially means at the price we'd expect, the pearls, you'd be looking at around half, half the price of the kit taken up on the pearls alone.
Definitely. I could not believe it when I opened those. I thought, oh, they've got to be shell pearls, for instance, and I actually checked, and I'm like, nope, they're definitely not. They are
the real deal.
The real deal. So, I mean, for me, I'd be buying the kit and I'd be looking and thinking, right, I've got pearls in there and I've got all those gemstones and then I've got Eslon cord and the findings pack and the thread, all as an extra sort of almost thrown in bonuses, if you like. I just think, it's just amazing. I could have just carried on going and going and going, especially with the cord. I could have done so many more projects with the cord. I had loads and loads left over. So, you've got plenty to be going on with as well.
Astonishing, isn't it? Yeah. Those pearls, the lowest price they've ever been taken to, £14.95, meaning that essentially you buy the pearls, you're getting the rest actually for £14, £15, which is astonishing when you think you're getting, without the pearls being there, you're getting, we take the pearls out, so now essentially with those out the kit's £15, isn't it? So for £15 you're getting a massive findings pack, which is usually about 6. You're getting your strand of hematite stars, a strand of your shell stars and that lapis lazuli. Usually those ones are working out about £6 each actually, aren't they, as well? You get your threading pack and all of that Eslon as well. So it's like you buy the pearls, you're getting everything for, a pound or so each, aren't you?
I've paid over £4 for one of those elsewhere.
Yeah.
Just one of the Eslon cords I've paid £4 for. Plus then you have to pay for your delivery on top. And it's normally per item.
Yeah.
So, the value...
So that's 12 just alone,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So you've got huge value in here. Massive, massive value.
Massive value. Hello, Dorothy. Lovely to see you. She says, can I ask Sarah what threading material she used on the blue and pearl piece, please? And that's Dorothy in the West Midlands.
The blue and the pearl. The one with the waves, that's beading thread in there, going through all of the lapis and the pearls and crossing through the stars. And then on the one with the shell stars, that again is beading thread because it's only going through the pearls and the lapis once, and using the shells stars there for the crossover point. So even when you have gemstones with smaller drill holes, you can still do your intricate weaves, just you have to think about how you're going to do the design, but they would work equally well on monofilament or fireline.
Brilliant. So lots for you to work with.
Yeah, definitely.
Well done, everybody. Now we are going to be doing a Kumihimo demo, which is lovely. I feel like we've not had one in a while. What are we going to be doing today then?
We're going to be doing the bracelet, the weave done the bracelet there, which is a slightly different weave because it does not flat. It looks quite flat on there, like flat round, if you like, but it's actually got an undulation to it, a slight undulation in the design.
If I hold it like that, you can see it a bit better, can't you?
And this is just a slightly different variation on, if you can do the 8-strand weave, the 8-strand braid, you'll be able to do this one. It's a slightly different variation. Wonderful. Can I just say a quick thank you to my son, because he actually made the braid for the one at the end there. for the neckline
The
piece.
necklace piece, didn't he? He spent most of the best part yesterday, didn't he, doing this?
He did. He was watching the telly and doing that. So thank you very much, Vincent, for helping Mum.
Yeah, well done, Vincent. And it's a beautiful piece, mate, I say. Very
He
nice.
It kept him busy as well. Right, okay. So what I've got, if I set my disc up, and I've got 24 ends of my cord, which meant I cut 12 pieces of my S-long.
Okay.
And the colour decisions are up to you. I've only cut 2 pieces of the light sand colour, and then I've cut, I think it's the same amount of the light blue and the dark blue.
Okay.
And then what you need to do is you need to set your disc up in a 4-3-2-1 pattern. So normally we would set up our disc with 2 chords north, 2 chords south, 2 chords east, 2 chords west. So what you do is you start at west and you put 4 in.
Yeah.
And then you go to north and you put 3 in. Then on the east it's 2 and the south it's 1.
Okay.
And what I will give you a good tip is normally it's a 3-to-1 ratio on your cord lengths. So if you want to make a bracelet that's 7 inches, you would always cut all of your cords 3 times as long.
Yeah.
On this braid, make the ones that go into the south and the north 4 times as long.
Okay.
Because they have to travel further, so therefore those cords get eaten up a little bit quicker.
Okay.
So just bear that in mind when you're setting your disc up and cutting your cord colours. And all I've done to set mine up is I've taken the cords through a very large jump ring. If I take the clip off the bottom, can you see there's a jump ring on there? And it's a closed jump ring. So if you've got closed jump rings at home and you wonder what to do with them, if you pop one straight onto the bottom of your braid, you'll be able to add a clasp straight onto there. And it's also a great place for adding your Kumihimo weight. And you want a 50-gram weight on this if you've got one. Okay, so to start the braid, and it's a slightly different variation, so if I hold it over that way, that might be easier. What we're going to do is we're going to work the set of 4 cords first, and you move, as you would in an 8-strand braid, we're going to move the top right to the bottom right, and then the bottom left to the top left, like that. And then I'm going to turn my disc to work the set of 3. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing, top right to bottom right, bottom left to top left. Now normally we would carry on turning the disc in the same direction. What we're going to do though is we're going to move back to working the set of 4. So you're going to work the set of 4 and then the set of 3, then the set of 4 and then the set of 3. And what this does is, because we've got a varying amount of cords, that's what creates that undulation in the braid. So we'll move back to my set of 3, top right, bottom left, top left, and move round again. And that is literally the braid. It's very, very simple. Your braid will typically want to move in the direction of that gap between the 3 and the 4 cords.
Okay.
Don't worry too much about trying to keep it always in the centre of the disc. Just don't allow it to move right up into that corner, but just keep working it. And if you forget where you've got to, if you look where the last cord crossed, so the cord there is just crossing on that section of 3. I know I worked the 3 last time, so I'm going to work the 4 this time. So 4 down, and then up, and again back to my group of 3, and work that one. And that is as simple as the braid is. And as you can see, this is what the braid looks like as it comes out the bottom of your disc. And the reason my disc has got a letter on the back is to tell me what chords to use in it. So if you saw there, it had an F on there. That's for my fine chords. So I know when I pick this disc up, I'm only going to use my fine chords in it. There you go. So that's just a little tip there as well. And this braid works quite quickly because I've got quite a lot of cords in there, but you can use less cords and make a finer braid. So if you wanted to just put 1 cord in each slot, I've got in some of these I've got 4, and in some of them I've got 2, and some of them I've got 3. So it just gives you a variation of that braid. So once you've got this one braid, you can make it in lots of different colours, lots of different materials, and lots of different variations of the amounts of cords you put in each slot.
That's wonderful.
So one braid is almost universal.
Yeah.
And what I always say to people is draw a picture of your disc and how you set it up, and write what colour cords you put in each slot. And then when you get to the end, you often have a little bit of your braid left over. if you take that little bit of braid and actually stick it next to the diagram, you'll know exactly what braid you'll get from what colour positions on your disc every time, and have a little recipe book.
Great.
So you won't forget.
Never forget. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you for showing
You're
us
very
that to
welcome.
create that bracelet. We only have 17 of this kit left because the price point was absolutely exceptional. Bearing in mind those pearls alone should have taken up half of the price of this entire kit. So astonishing for you today. We're going to head on over now to have a look at what you've been making at home. It's the Wall of Fame. Hello everybody, we've wandered down the path to the Wall of Fame, and lovely Sarah Elvin's going to start us off.
I am. I've got 109, a beautiful design, and this is from Shelley Turner, and she's in Gravesend. She says, "Hi all at Jewellery Maker, here is my entry for the Wall of Fame. This is my first ever attempt at wire gizmo, and I really love it." What a beautiful first attempt. All the wires and beads were from JM. Good luck to everyone who's entered, and please keep up the great work. With kind regards from Shelley. That's gorgeous, isn't it?
Lovely, well done for giving the gizmo a go, Shelley. I like how you've just not used just one technique.
No, you've got loads of techniques. You can make your own clasps, and spiral beads and everything. Brilliant.
Thank you for sending that in. I've got one here for you, and this is from Anne-Marie. It says, "Hello all, this is my week's Wall of Fame. It's a selection of macrame bracelets made with your wonderful products. Short but sweet this week as I'm getting ready to go away on a short break for a few days. Love to you all and good luck." That is Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, thank you for sending those in. That is a really nice design. I love our summer with gems, summer without. And also, just to say, I hope you're having a lovely jolly day.
I have 110, a beautiful pair of earrings, and these are from Chris. It says, "Hello there, just made these earrings out of sterling silver findings and labradorite connectors. Thought I'd send them in and have a try at your Wall of Fame. All items from Jewellery Maker. Good luck to everyone." And that's 110. Well, good luck to you too, Chris. They're brilliant.
They are fab, aren't they?
Just shows how
high end.
Yeah, but such a lovely simple design, but looks so high end. Yeah, brilliant.
I've got a very vintage looking piece here. 113 says, "Hi, this is my entry. White cultured pearl earrings, black plated copper findings, all materials from JM. Thanks." And that is from Jonathan. Thank you so much for sending that in. Really nice design on those ones. Wearable for everyone. 113.
And I have 112, a wonderful cabochon piece here, and this is from Shilpa in Cardiff.
Hi Shilpa.
"Hi all at Jewellery Maker. The picture doesn't do it justice to the blue tiger's eye cabochon that I bought from you many moons ago. It reminded me of a peacock, hence the design, more beautiful in real life than the picture, as the beads surrounding the cabochon are multicoloured and they twinkle. The 1mm and 0.4mm gold-plated copper wire is also from yourselves. Best wishes to the JM team," and that's from Shilpa in Cardiff. Well, good luck to you too. You're 112.
Lovely of you for sending that in. Very, very neat and tidy.
Beautiful.
After the break. New in, not seen before, slices of history. These are your sand-coloured agate. They're coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back after this very short break.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair cone, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Maris has been my expert on amber for many years, and I've been getting it wrong about how old amber is.
Yeah, because you can't test amber by any physical or chemical method. You only can test it by the place where you find it, what kind of rocks it's in, and what's above it. Yeah. That's how you can estimate that it's minimum 45 million years of age. But the top age it can be is even 175 million years of age.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So without being able to carbon date the gemstone, all those stories, in fact I've been very wrong in all the articles I've written, because I've been looking and talking to people about the Baltic as it comes in from the shore here. But inland they've now dated it as a minimum of 40 to 45 million years old.
Yeah, the minimum can be guaranteed. Yeah. The maximum age we don't know. Could be a lot more than that.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely fantastic. It's the Resin Projects course, and Fiona is a terrific teacher. She's fun, she's very knowledgeable, and we've learned a lot of things. We're going home today with about 4 different projects, and they're absolutely beautiful. I bought a lot of the resin several months ago when it was on television being demoed, but I've never actually used it because I always like to come to the workshops first before I do anything. And I'm now going to be confident enough to go home and use it.
The wedding season is upon us, and JewelleryMaker want to help you get prepared. Join us on Monday 17th of August for our wedding fair. We'll be inspiring you with some amazing deals, including headwear, footwear and accessories. We have guest designers Fleur, Debs and Claire on hand to give you inspiration and spark creativity on how to make that big day special with a personal touch. Come join us for our wedding fair, all day on Monday the 17th of August.
Oh, these are just phenomenal. They are giving you just this written out history. Some of them is giving me this volcanic like eruption of shade and light. There's this one here. Can you almost imagine when you're looking into the centre, this kind of magma burning up right in the centre there? I wonder if I can find my light, because these are so high shine, it's actually quite hard to show you. Well, I found it here. Let me show you the designs on these. Look at those. So can you see how you've got that beautiful richness of those like magma tones just burning away in the centre, but then you've got it going to this kind of light sunlight tone around the outside. Let me show you this next one as well. This one is like a flame, and this one is like a flame because look, it's even got that Druzy section in there, isn't that? It's almost like raising a phoenix's tail, isn't it? It's got those, can you see all of those different richness and depths and tones through there? That's Druzy in that section there as well, and that piece of Druzy does go all the way through. Obviously I can't guarantee that every one of yours will, but I have got one in this collection. You've got that flame, it's almost hot to the touch design. It's such a pretty gem. And then I've got this one, which to me just sums up exactly how Mother Nature has created this, and it is just so elegant and beautiful. Take a little look. Isn't that phenomenal? You could see how Mother Nature has created this herself. You can see how you've got these crystals in the centre here, which are kind of forming into place. They haven't totally and absolutely set their stead yet, as these ones more towards the outside have. You've got that kind of crackle detail effect within there. When you get that home, you'll be able to see all of the different layers. I know to you it almost looks like there's just kind of one matrix going towards the centre. It's not. There is layer upon layer upon layer, and as you look from the front to the back, you can see that much better. I've got some stunning, stunning pieces here, everyone telling a different story. We've already seen the volcanic eruption from the first, the flame like phoenix from the second, and Mother Nature from the third, and each one of these is a slice, so it's got that beautiful rough edge to it, and it does have the matte back as well, which of course, don't forget, we can always still use because the light itself does shine through still beautifully. Susan says, forget jewellery, need to make a chandelier. Susan, I can understand that, absolutely. How decadent that would be. I have got 3 here, but of course it is done on carat weight. You will be getting, wait for it, 1,020 carats worth of this beautiful sand colour agate. Your price point today, brand new. What do you mean, let's not make it that? We're rolling it down. This is a launch price offer. I cannot guarantee that this launch price will be repeated. Your price point today, £19.95, and that's only because it's a launch price. Sometimes, now and again, not always, but now and again, we're able to do a low price drop for the first one, for the first outing of a product, and I've brought it to you here. £19.95 for you today. What do you think of that price point, first off, Sarah?
It's amazing, isn't it? There's such beautiful pieces of Mother Nature's handiwork. Her artistry is just amazing, and I just think even if you wanted to keep these as talking points for your store, for instance, maybe keep them as talking points. You can talk about where your gemstones come from, how they're formed in Mother Nature. I know a lot of people, when they do jewellery parties, they do a little discussion and a talk about gemstones. These would be great to pass around the audience. I'd have these as decorative items in my home.
Yeah.
I did say to Drew that I've got a home, I've got an area that we have like a drinks cabinet in a big bar sort of area, and it's like an entertainment room. Yeah. I want to have a dropped top bar and put all my spare gemstones and have some feature pieces in there, and I think these would be amazing for doing that sort of thing with.
Oh yeah, that's a real talking point, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Brenda says make beautiful placemats.
They would. I mean, especially if you know you've got somebody who works in an office and they want to have something beautiful to put on their desk, you know, just to have that. I think that's just amazing, and just to look at that every day and to have that real connection with Mother Nature every day as part of your office or your home is just wonderful.
Very posh and high-end. Thank you for sending that in, Brenda. £19.95, and just to reiterate finally, cannot guarantee that that price point will be the same price point you see this at next time, because this is a launch price offer only. I can only guarantee that dropped down rate right here, right now, and that should last until 9 AM on Thursday morning. So please do get it whilst you can. £19.95 for you. Well done, everybody. I do have blue Druzy coming up for you later, which will go really nicely with it as well. Dion says, let's go for in the drawer. Oh no! On the side, I've got some earring findings. I love these ones. I think they're so nice to have this kind of extended design to them. Really phenomenal. Hey, hefty as well. There's a lot of metal in this, and not just any old metal. It's precious metal. So that's the view you get from the front, and then this is the view from the side. Now these are genuine real deal 925. Do not forget, for me, when I talk about 925, I'm talking about real deal silver. I'm talking about silver in a percentage which is 92.5% with a 7.5% ore. Now that gives it strength, amongst other things, gives it strength so that we can create workable pieces like this. That means we can really work with our designs and our pieces in a way that we know is going to last and look beautiful. You have got that high element of the 925 though, of that really genuine beautiful silver, and that means you get shine unlike any other. Now when we're talking about gemstones, we talk a lot about carat weight. When we're talking about precious metal, we'll talk to you a lot about gram weight. gram weight is a very important thing to look out for on precious metals. It essentially tells you how much you're getting. So for example, if you want to do a price comparison, say between a very, very simple pair of drop earrings like this, if you want to do a price comparison, yes, of course, you could type in 925 sterling silver fancy long earring findings. You could do that. That's the name of ours. That's what you could do. But essentially, on there, you might be able to find some that are a lower price than ours. But that's probably because, actually, their gram weight isn't as high as ours. 5 grams I've got on this. Now, if their gram weight isn't as high as ours, what does that mean? Well, it means theirs won't be as strong, there won't be as flimsy, there isn't as much inherent value there. So the fact of the matter is, I'm bringing you genuine silver, I'm bringing you a whopping 5 grams worth of that precious metal, and yet I'm still at the most amazable, you heard, price. £6.95 for you today. Absolutely amazable, isn't it? £6.95 for 5 grams worth of your sterling silver. What do you think?
They're lovely, aren't they? They're really sort of on trend as well to have this longer earring as well, to have this longer sort of design. So it's brilliant to have them in sterling silver as well. And they're just going to be so easy to use. You can just wrap your gemstones up the front of the finding, and with just a little bit of sterling silver wire if you wanted to, and they're just going to have, you know, you can use your tiny little seed beads if you want to. You could create little beady beads which you could then thread up and over the top, and actually have them sitting over the front of them and have them interchangeable if you wanted to.
Definitely agree with that.
So you can do lots of different things with them, and I just think they are so elegant and so high quality because you've got so much silver in there. I mean, they have really been designed well, and that's just going to give you that real longevity with them, and they're just going to be, even if you just wanted to wear them every day, just as they are, as a pair of sort of earrings that you just wear to the office, or you know, as your everyday comfy pair of earrings, they're just going to be fabulous. You could rework them. Make pendants out of them, or you know, use them as features in hair combs or tiaras, you know, so you can do them in lots of different ways. And they just work really nicely together, so you just need to maybe keep one as a pair of earrings and maybe look at using the others as petals of leaves, or to, you know, you can thread all your gemstones onto them. They would be lovely.
Beautiful design, aren't they? Yeah. Well done to people who are coming in and getting these. Now, I am going to have a clearance section coming up with you later on, but before that, you need to check out your baskets, because Dion's refusing to do the clearance until people check out their baskets on what they've already got. So please do check those out, just because it's hard for us to work out exactly where we are on the amounts that we've got left, etc., etc., if you don't check out those baskets. So check them out. The sooner you check out, the sooner I will have clearance for you. Okay, folks, well done everyone who got those ones. Bringing to you now the opportunity to get your hands on duo. Oh, these are just lush. Real deal pearls, 2 strands, 2 slightly different colours. Oh, look at those. The smoothness is epic. Thank you from a brew, Claire.
You're welcome.
You have got your rice bead shape pearls here, which is just above and beyond. It really is. You've got your centre drill in here, and you get that beautiful elongation with those shapes. We don't see pearl rice beads often, do we? Really? We don't get to see them that often at all. We can see, you know, the nice keshi shapes or the nice baroque shapes, but actually the rice beads we don't get that often, and one reason is because, again, it's Mother Nature's choice, but one reason is actually because to get those other shapes, it can be, you know, they can be lumpy, they can be bumpy, it doesn't really matter, but actually to get a rice bead shape, you do need that smoothness, or else what will differ between that and, say, a baroque? If these were covered in lumps and bumps, they would be classed more towards a baroque than they would a rice bead. So actually, to be classed as a rice bead pearl here at JewelleryMaker, you need to have a little bit of something about you. You need to have that smoothness, you need to have that crispness. And we do have this crisp, clean lines to this. beautiful femininity, beautiful storytelling shape to them as well. And what I mean by that is, you know, sometimes when we're creating, depending on what we're creating, we like to tell a story with exactly what we're creating, don't we? Even just with things like if you love cooking, you know, you'll create a nice meal for somebody that will kind of, you know, always tell a story within it, and we do that with our pieces as well. Now, this is a pearl duo. Because I've got two amounts, I've essentially half the amount that I've got here quantity-wise, so I've less than 100. When I tell you that the price is $14.95, you'll understand why those are going to fly out the door. I've got just less than 100 on these. You've got champagne colour and you've got your white colour on these ones. You've got a 6 by 8 on both of these strands, and they're £14 and £95, not each, for both of them today. They're classic, they're detailed, they're smooth, they're crisp, they're clean. They've got that high-end kind of luster point to them that is just phenomenal. So do treat yourself to these ones, because I've got something that you can't ignore to go with them. Now, I'm about to show you a picture, and this picture is what you have the opportunity to own. It's just it hasn't been flown into us as quickly as we possibly can. I'm about to bring you sterling silver wire. That's your warning. Get yourself on the phone. 0800 644 655. Get yourself on the phone. We haven't bumped. We've not done it as part of a kit. It is what it is. If you want to get yourself on the phone right now, you could be the first to own this 1mm 925 sterling silver wire. That's what you're going to be getting. It's beautiful to work with. It is the kind of structural pieces to work with. It's going to be great for your findings, great for your rings, great for your clasps as well in 925. Now, if you want to come in and get your hands on this, now is your opportunity to do so. We don't do it by itself, do we? Very, very rarely. We're just doing this as a little bit of a midweek treat. That's why I wasn't allowed to tell you about it, because it is one of those kind of treats just to, you know, to say thank you to everyone who is watching at the moment. We're not giving a heads up with everyone. This is exceptional for you to work with today. It's going to go astonishing with pearls, and it's going to go astonishing with my Tanzanite cab as well. Your price point today for your 1mm 925 sterling silver wire, just £14.95. You are getting a massive 7.9 grams worth of sterling silver with this. Real deal sterling silver wire for you here, which is just phenomenal, isn't it?
It is. That is amazing. An amazing price. Just have a look. Just compare. If you can find it anywhere else, if you can find sterling silver wire. But you know, it's just an amazing price to get it on its own as well, and not to have to get it in a kit. It's just fabulous. I would be really stocking up on this, because as you say, it's one of those ones that doesn't come through very often. And to work with all of your really high end, like your Tanzanites, your Sapphires, just perfect.
Yeah. Sensational.
And you need your structural wire, so you know this is the one that you're going to use probably. You're going to use quite a bit of, and then you're going to use, you know, to create your structures and to create your detail. So if you want to do your wire writing, for instance, or things like that, if you want to write words in it, you need this structure, the strength of this wire.
Yeah, really is. Just it's kind of the ingredient that you would have to work with things like the Tanzanite, which is at the bottom of your screen, isn't it?
Yes, but I mean, you know, I would be looking at this, getting this, and just, you know, writing everybody's names in it and having them just sat on pendants with little gemstones hanging from the bottom of one of the loops of the letters. But for something that's every day, you know, be an heirloom piece, something someone's going to wear every single day of the week, it's going to be brilliant.
Super good idea, every day or just special occasions. Yeah. Okay, everybody, you can see we're having a very busy one today, so do keep those baskets checking out. Once your basket's open, it's open for the whole day, midnight till midnight, just $2.95 for you. You've got your basket opened up, so do treat yourself to it whilst you have the opportunity to do so. Because midnight till midnight, $2.95, it doesn't matter if you check out just this one thing, or if you check out everything that you see today. It's just astonishing. Well done to you all getting this. Well, do not forget, we have got the Tanzanite opportunity for you, bottom of the screen. KTNV48, the code on that one. And also to let you know, by the way, don't forget it's a 25 carat piece, which is astonishing. And also to let everybody know that if you do want some demonstrations on how exactly to work with 925 wire, we work with it essentially in exactly the same way we would our normal 1mm wire, but we have done demonstrations on it of late, designer inspiration, and some morning shows as well. I think we last had it on Sunday or Saturday with Jam. Do stay exactly where you are, because if you like treats like this, then you are in the right place. I'm going to be just surprising you with little treats whenever you get the opportunity to do so. And you know, I was just saying that your baskets are open now. Well, some of you are just leaving your baskets open, so please do check those out. Quantity wise, by the looks of things, got about 12, 13, 14 in baskets, so please do check those out. Oh, I've just been told it's actually 24. See, Jan, you've already come in. Jan's got herself too. Jan knows absolutely. And don't forget, Jan got given hers as a challenge at the weekend, wasn't it? On Monday, Tuesday. So Jan, guest designer's already coming in and getting her hands on those ones. $14.95. Your baskets are open, and you're going to be glad they are when I bring to you your next treat. Blue strand clearance. Yes, I have got the lovely Dion producing me today, of course. And I tell you what, if you've never met her, her favourite thing in the world, possibly apart from her son and family, etc., is the colour blue. And we are starting off with a bang. We really are. Faceted drops of your genuine blue topaz. You're about to be able to own some things at really naughty prices. Your baskets are open. Treat yourself while the sale's on. This sale will not continue all day. This sale will actually only continue for the next very short period of time. So please come in, get what you can get whilst you can get them, because it's rare that we see your faceted topaz, let alone a size like this. You have got 95 carats worth of this beautiful step cut drops. Now these step cut drops that we've got here, you've got these elongated rectangles and those squares pasted upon here, which just give you that really interesting luster. Don't talk about luster. Don't forget, I'm talking about the interaction of the light on the gemstones. Lots of different types of lusters that we get, and this is almost a bit of a virtuous kind of luster, isn't it? It's almost a little bit of almost sort of waxy luster in appearance. You get lots of different types of lusters, and I've got to say that the light on this is beautiful. Look at the way you even get that internal brilliance. Can you see? On that centre one, you can actually see the light banding through and hit my finger, can't you? It's a beautiful, beautiful strand here of some really big piece of topaz, because if you look, you've got 95 carats, and actually those 95 carats are spread along about 5, 10, probably about 18, 19 gemstones probably. So you're getting big time carat weight in each of these. You really are, in particular in that centre. So I've got lovely luster, I've got a glowing brilliance, and I've got a corking carat weight. The price point is not $14.95. It's not. We're dropping it. Money off topaz. Wow. £11.95 for you today on your blue strand clearance section. This section will not be staying all day, but you've got to get your hands on it whilst you can, because it is absolutely phenomenal. And you know what, I've just been told that I have got the privilege of working with this gemstone in a bit, and how well does that go? Stunning kyanite. Hey, what? Next, how are we doing kyanite in a section like this? Kyanite, we know about kyanite, right? We know that kyanite is almost impossible to cut. It's only been able to be cut in living memory because it has a perfect cleavage point, which means it's prone to splitting, and also it has 2 different hardnesses. So really difficult to cut. Very difficult. I've also got here for you something that is said to be the next big star in the gemstone world. Once Tanzanite does go, if it does go, and whenever it does go, Kyanite is the one that's set to be the next big thing. Lots of people saying that they believe this will be the next big gemstone. But not only that, you've got something that has got this absolutely intriguing tale about it. And actually, I've got a very short film to depict that now. It is a very, very interesting tale behind this, and we can learn a bit more about this stunning gemstone right now.
Also referred to as dysthene, is best known for its deep, rich colours and rarity. The name is derived from the Greek word kainos, meaning blue, and although it is not a birthstone, it is often associated with the zodiac signs of Aries, Taurus and Libra. Its clear, strong blue to bluish-green appearance has placed Kyanite in the direct association with loyalty, serenity, calmness, innovation and dreams. For more of this incredible gemstone, stay tuned to us.
Royalty, serenity and dreams. I mean, wow, that is a statement and a half for a gemstone that no other gem can say as much as this can. Hello Laura in gorgeous Cheshire, how are you my love? Morning ladies, watching and making along today. That strand is delicious. Kyanite is my top 5 gemstone. Laura, you have got cracking taste. You genuinely really do. One of the rarest gemstones, an intriguing tale behind it, and the next star in the gemstone world. And today dropped in price? Yeah, of course it's £60, give or take £1 or 2. Of course it's £60. Have you seen the amount you've got in here? If I was to cut this strand, it would go and go and go. And the quality of it is astonishing. And it's graduated, which is hard to cut. £39.95. You are, wow, that's saving yourself about £20. That is astonishing. To get that on Kyanite, this is almost impossible to cut. This is almost impossible to cut. In fact, years and years and years it took us, and when I say us, I don't just mean us here at JewelleryMaker. I mean us in the trade, as the trade, to be able to cut this or shape this. It only came in rough for many years because it has that perfect cleavage, so it was literally just splitting. We were essentially spending thousands of pounds trying to get this cut, and it just wasn't happening. And it wasn't until we, you know, went and found our amazing labradorite, which we have in Jaipur, that have the technology and have the skills to be able to cut this, and that's where we get our Kyanite faceted. It's one of the most prestigious locations in the world. It's just spectacular. Not only that, but you have got what is prized to be and set to be. Lots of whispers around, like so the GIA, which is the Gemological Institute of America. Lots of whispers around the GIA saying that, you know, once Tanzanite goes, what's going to be the next big blue gem? This one is set in its stead to take that place. Hello, Jan, lovely guest designer. This is Jan, formerly known as Janet. That strand is beautiful. I cannot believe the price. Just had to get one. Jan, you've worked here too long with rubbish jokes like that, Babs. Yeah. Thank you, Jan. You have treated yourself to one. Hello, Tina. Morning, ladies. I got this strand a couple of weeks ago. It's stunning. Buy it because it's beautiful. It really is beautiful, isn't it, Tina? It really is. And one thing I will point out about this, if you've never owned Kyanite before, can you see all of these different lines in the gem? Those are actually in the gem, and that's all to do with the way that this gemstone is built up. You know, in certain gemstones we will look for symmetry and clarity. You don't look for that in Kyanite because we don't get it in Kyanite. And actually in Kyanite what we want is we want to see the way that these are built up with all these beautiful striations throughout. It's a spectacular gemstone. Could be the next big thing. A really intriguing tale of royalty and dreams and serenity, and your extreme talent and skill that it's taken to be able to create this. You could do yourself a little waterfall idea with these. And don't forget for me, Kyanite, a very highly prized gemstone. Kyanite will on the market be you know, given a much higher price point than kind of some of the competitor gems. I would say to you as well that Kyanite, you know, on our sister channel will be part of the Larimar pieces, so do check them out when you get the opportunity to do so, because that's a very naughty price point there. got another bit of a blue price drop for you. We're going to be a bit different though. This isn't a strand, this is a cab, but we're still going to drop the price. You're going to keep the price because it's a nice price. I like that. Dion's like, I'm not even going to drop the price, I'm just doing it as clearance because it's a nice price. Which makes me think it's probably quite naughty. I knew it would be. I knew it. I've got here for you a faceted blue striped cab. Now these cabochons we've got here, this one has got a flattened back for you and it has that beautiful dome on the surface, but with that dome we've worked alongside that to give you these beautiful facets upon that surface. You've got your agate here which has got those stripes, 40 carats worth, it's a 40 by 30. I want to see this naughty price, Jew. Go on then, let's do it.
Very naughty.
Oh, that is naughty.
Very, very naughty.
Isn't it?
But incredibly nice.
That's amazing. Don't forget the lowest price we can go to on a strand or an individual piece bar DVDs is $6.95, lowest price, because essentially you have to remember the likes of, you know, we do have to pay for us to be on TV, etc. So minimum price $6.95 is the price we're allowed to go to until Dion swaggers along, bringing us a bit of a blue sale, and hey, why not? $4.95 for you today. There's loads of different designs we can do with this, lots of different pieces. Wire work with it, we could do even polymer with it, we could soutache with these. I haven't seen soutache in ages, like a bit of soutache. Soutache with these. We could work our friendly plastics with these even. And of course things like your Kumihimo we could do with these, couldn't we?
You can, very easily, yeah, and it works beautifully. It looks amazing set with Kumihimo. So you end up with this really nice border around the cabochon. And then you can embellish, of course, once you've got the Kumihimo around there, you can sew all your seed beads around the sides, or you know, you can do all sorts of different things to just embellish it even more.
Yeah.
But that is just the star of the whole piece of the jewellery. It's just amazing. I love the different striations you get through these as well. They're beautiful.
Yeah. Spectacular, isn't it? Really pretty. Checking out those baskets, well done all. Very naughty price there. Look, these are the types of things we can do with shapes like this. Of course, this is by the gorgeous Tarrister. Oh, I love that one as well. See, we can do all designs like this really nicely, really beautifully. £4.95, HXGP93 is your code on this. You've got one of the most popular colours and you've got it faceted beautifully as well. $6.95. Oh, I just love this gemstone. I really love and adore it so much, and I think it can by some be underestimated. I don't think it's underestimated by you lot at home. I think a lot of you lot at home know exactly how prestigious this is. It is your stunning Larimar. Get yourself on the phone. We don't see it often, and I tell you what, we don't see it in drop shapes like this often. Chips and nuggets now and again, not drop shapes. Oh, it's just sensational, isn't it? What I've got here for you is a beautiful, beautiful gem, which is very sporadic in its findings. Now, this is a one-locational gemstone, very much the same as that as, say, your Tanzanite. But actually, the location of this, the mining area of this, is smaller than that of your Tanzanite. So an extremely rare gemstone, and it is a beautiful blue gemstone. The area in which we get this is the Dominican Republic, and the Dominican Republic is made up of lots of volcanic areas essentially. And you'll be able to see here, you've got a beautiful picture of the, oh gosh, who would like to be there now? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Oh, I'll take the chair on the left, who's having the one on the right? Oh, we'd love that, wouldn't we? But you've got a picture of the Dominican Republic there, which, you know, it looks all right. It's not as nice as Redditch, obviously, but it looks okay. I've also got a piece of the ruff there that you can see, and I just like to show that piece of ruff because you can actually see within this, again, it's not one smooth piece of colour. You do get the patches in there, which is beautiful. But also you've got that picture of the volcanic area at the bottom, and the volcanic area is actually where these are collected. What you get is is you get these little veins, these little streams that actually go towards that area of volcanic activity. And essentially, once it gets too hot, once they get too close to the epicenter of the volcano itself, the streams of these will just stop. It means complete retreat needed because it starts to get very dangerous, but also they know no more gemstones will have formed there because of the temperature, the pressure, etc. So you have to come all the way back out with your machinery, with all your goodies, and try and find another stream. Once those streams have come to an end, there is no more to be formed there. It's too hot, the pressure's not right. We are closing down these streams week by week by week, making this a very, very highly deteriorating gemstone. Get your hands on it whilst we have it. Your price point today is not £34.95. We're taking it under 30. We're taking it under 35. £21.95. Under £25 for you today on those ones. I think that is just phenomenal. This is a gemstone which, in the Dominican Republic, in the Dominican Republic, you can be paying thousands of pounds for a carat. Thousands of pounds per carat you can be paying in the Dominican Republic for this, because you can actually go for a tour around the mining area, because it's such a small mining area. You can actually go for a tour, and then they have a captive audience, and then essentially they can charge whatever they like. £21.95 for a one locational gemstone in a shape like this. What do you think of that?
It's an amazing price. I was in the Dominican Republic last year, and the only place I actually found that I could guarantee that it was genuine Larimar was actually in the airport, because they do have sort of markets that come into the hotels and things, but you can't be guaranteed it's genuine. So in the airport I looked at the prices, and they had very few pieces actually, even in the airport. And the one that I looked at was silver with some charms, mostly chain round the back, and a few chips of Larimar, and it was £150.
How much?
£150 for just a few chips. It wasn't faceted pieces, it wasn't drops, it was just chips, and there was only probably maybe a dozen in there, and the rest of it was chain. So, you know, it was really quite a considered purchase for Larimar there.
Yeah.
And that was the only place I actually saw it I could guarantee it was genuine. So there is a lot of, in the local area, a lot of sort of faux made to look like Larimar.
Yeah. I just think astonishing, really.
Yeah.
And it is truly, it is something that I think some people take advantage of. I know you don't, Maggie and Duncan and Sandra and Linda and Donna and Nicole and Linda and all the rest of you. I know you don't, but I think a lot of people do, but it is a very special gem when you can get it. Hello again, lovely Laura. It's always nice to hear from you, Cheshire Laura. The warehouse will be empty at these prices. That is the aim, Laura. We are clearing out this morning because we want to make some space for some new orders. So thank you, and yes, you are absolutely right. Okie dokie, got for you now a faceted sapphire. It's nice to see a faceted sapphire. I don't feel like we get to see big pieces like this of it often. Chunky pieces for you here today. Really chunky pieces on that for you. Now, Sarah Elvin.
Yeah.
3 words. Sapphire. Go.
Special, sentimental, and highly prized. I know that's 4 words. Prized.
But why? Why are you saying special?
To me, it's incredibly associated with my mum. She had a sapphire engagement ring.
Oh.
No diamonds, just sapphires.
Beautiful.
And for me, that's why it's so special and sentimental to me.
Yeah.
But also it's special because of just the quality of it, just the nature of it, and also the connotations of it, the sort of links with royalty, the sort of the highly prized nature of it. It's just incredibly special to me. I just think it's an amazing gemstone.
It is astonishing, isn't it?
Beautiful.
And how do you feel when we price drop Sapphire?
Lucky if I'm at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, I think, you know, it's one of those things, it's just great as a jewellery maker to be able to get a gemstone that is so well known. Blue sapphire is so well known, especially because of Lady Diana's, Princess Diana's engagement ring, which is now Princess Catherine's. So, you know, you just think it's so well known. To be able to offer that to your clients, to be able to create jewellery with it, or if you just make jewellery for yourself, to be able to own it.
To be able to own it and wear it and just feel glam every day. Blue sapphire, it's the real deal. Your price point today. $34.95 is the should-be price. I think that's astonishing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real deal natural sapphire I have for you here. Your price point is rolling down. Oh, well, you're just showing off now. £19.95 for genuine real deal sapphire.
I'd just snap that up. I wouldn't even think about it, because for me that's earrings, bracelets, pendants. There's so much on that strand as well, and the gemstones are so sizable.
Yeah.
So, you know, for me that's several pieces of jewellery easily off that one strand. And if you manage to get the 1mm sterling silver wire as well,
perfect.
These are just going to work beautifully with that.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, almost half price. Almost. It's about 46% off. I'm going to have to move on from that because that is a very, very naughty price point. But yeah, looking at about 46, 47, 48% off that. Do treat yourself to it whilst you can. Hiya, Viddy. Lovely to see you. Susan, nice to see you too. Linda, as always, lovely. Lovely to have you on board. Hiya, Gary. How are you, my love? We're going to head on over to Sara Alvin now if you want to come with me. Might bring me brew. I feel like I need a bit of a pep in my step this morning.
It's Wednesday.
It is.
Middle of the week.
It is middle of the week. 4 o'clock start as usual.
I know.
I wake up in a bit. Lovely Sara Alvin, you got given cord goodies and we're going to learn a new technique today.
Yes, well, hopefully it's...
Well, I've never seen it before. How was this to work with?
Oh, amazing. I absolutely loved it. The jewellery makes itself so quickly, but it's so substantial, it has real impact. And you can make so much from it. I've got so much of the ribbon left over. I've already used a little bit of my ribbon for one of my challenge pieces, but I've got loads left over as well. So you're going to make loads and loads of pieces of jewellery that have real impact and real presence about them. They're gorgeous.
They definitely do have presence about them. That is absolutely for sure. What's your inspiration with them?
I think just the tones of the ribbons and the gemstones together really does give you a lot of inspiration, just because the size of the gemstones as well, I wanted to really create lots of impact with the pieces I was making as well. I just love the regalness of all of the gold tones running together.
I just think it looks stunning together. It really, really does. Did I walk into shop whilst I was sneezing then? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, it was a lovely sneeze though, if anyone wondered. I just think it's a gorgeous array. It's very decadent actually, isn't it?
It is.
With all those tones and colours.
But because the ribbon creates the lightness with the gemstones, you can create really big pieces of jewellery without being overweighted.
Bulk.
Yes.
So, I've got those cords here for you, which are just shining, glimmering gorgeousness, aren't they?
They are, they're lovely.
And we're going to be working with these in our demo, so if you haven't got him yet, then now's your opportunity to do so, because on that gorgeous gold, the really nice kind of Persian green and gold, and on that wonderful terracotta and gold, we have got a massive amount on there. You've got about 10 metres worth on them, so please do get your hands on them whilst you can, because they do go really nice and far. I've also got your threading pack, but then whoa,
I know.
That for me is a necklace instantly. I'm done, I'm there, I'm looking modern, I'm looking quirky. Just that for me, obviously I'd have to put a clasp on it, but just that for me as something to wear, you know, for drinks with my girlfriends.
I have a necklace that I wore on a show before I went away on holiday, and I had a lovely comment about it, and it is just these, and I've made from leftover silver wire that, you know, sometimes you get a reel of wire that goes boing and you can't unravel it. I had one of those and I made wire mesh balls out of it, and then literally put those in between, so they're just wire, there's balls made out of the wire in between these, and I've got 5 of those silver between them, and it's such a easy piece to wear.
That sounds fab, actually.
Yeah.
This strand I've got in front of you is the real deal natural as well, by the way. So you've got a massive carat weight in here, honestly. Your postman had better have been to the gym when he brings this to you, because you have got almost 2,000 carats worth in this collection. Because I've got 490 carats worth on here. I've got around about the same on this strand here in the gold, so around another 490-ish carats worth, because both of these are 9mm. But then, 1,000 carats worth you've got there on this one strand. You've almost got close to 2,000 carats worth of real deal gemstones in total. 14mm on those ones. Now these ones do look big and bold, but actually they're not overpowering, are they? At all. On the strand it looks daunting, but actually you wave intersperse them, they're not OTT at all.
No, that's it. And having the combination of having larger gemstones with the ribbons, with the cords, it just really allows you to make them go further and not to have to sort of have that real overpowering impact with them. They're absolutely fantastic. I love these, and I actually love larger gemstones to work with because they just work up very easily and very quickly. So if you want to make jewellery, for instance, if you are doing jewellery parties or you've got a store coming up and you want to make pieces that have got real impact, but you want to work them up quite quickly, this is a brilliant kit for that.
This is the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've also got a findings pack, but the findings pack's completely different to usual. Let me just put the gems back on here so I can really show you them. Now, these findings packs are ones that I personally haven't seen in yonks. Rose gold, and they are the Kumihimo findings, aren't they?
That's it.
Now, for anyone who's never seen us before and has never joined us before and has maybe never tried Kumihimo, can you just briefly tell us why we need these as kind of a collection?
These basically finish off the ends of all of your cords beautifully and professionally. So if you're working, as we were before, with multiple cords, or if you're working with multiple ribbon ends, you can then tidy away those beautifully by using the Kumihimo ends. And you've got a brilliant collection in here. I was going to use them on the spiral because that is actually Kumihimo on the spiral there, on the little sort of pinwheel. But actually changed my mind in the end. But the end of that braid would go through the largest of the Kumihimo ends, and that is 8 pieces of the ribbon will go quite easily into the end of the larger ones. So it's brilliant to be able to do it, and that's just got 2 pieces of the ribbon in there. So you've got the next to smallest there using the 2 pieces of ribbon.
Fab.
And then I've used the connectors that you get in there. You get the bail connectors, and I've used it on the other piece there that's got the ribbon underneath, just to capture that ribbon.
Really
so you
sits
can
funky,
use it
doesn't
differently, and that's using the clasps as well, the round parts of the clasps as well, just to connect that all together. So don't have to just use them for finishing off your pieces, you can use them as an integral part.
Fab, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your price point today for all of these cords, all of those gems and the findings, just $21.95. Gotta be one of the lowest price kits we've seen in a while. Even just that price for 1,000 carats worth approximately of any genuine gemstone, that is astonishing, isn't it?
It is.
But at £21.95 for not just around 2,000 carats worth of genuine gemstones, but also cords and ends and finding caps, that's astonishing.
I mean, just for ribbon, if you go into a haberdasher's or even one of your high street craft stores, you can be paying 60 pence to a pound per metre.
Yeah, you can.
And then you get home and you can think, oh, I'll only buy a few metres because it's, you know, I don't want to spend too much money.
Yeah.
You get home, you go to make your design and you run out halfway through, and then you've got to drive all the way back again, and you know, you might have to pay parking wherever it is, or
you're right.
So, you know, it's just brilliant value.
It's great to have this much while we can. And we're going to be learning a new design technique, well, one that I've not seen before, with lovely Sara Alvin. So tell us a little bit about this, please.
This is what I call finger crocheting, and you can use it for any larger materials such as the ribbons, where a crochet hook won't work. Or for if you've got smaller materials and you want to first of it all plait them all together, so for instance your S-long cords or your satin cords, you can plait them all together, create a long length, and then do this technique with it. And I've used it in the necklace that's got the 2 layers above each other of that, so it creates quite a nice undulating effect with the ribbon.
Really beautiful.
So it's very simple. Leave your ribbon on the reel.
Yeah.
Don't take it off, because it's one of those ones you never know really how much you'll need. So just leave it on the reel. Okay. Take yourself off a good working length, because the ribbon will curl when it comes off the reel. So just uncurl it as best you can. And then what you're going to do is just create a slip knot. To do that, take the ribbon over your fingers, back round to the front and cross it over. Then take your finger through the loop and grab the loop that's underneath. That will create you a slip knot, and you'll know it's a slip knot because it'll slip and slide
up and down.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your first part of that done. What you then do is have the long piece of your ribbon coming away from you, hold on to the tail and the end knot, and you take your fingers through the loop to the ribbon below and grab hold of the ribbon below and pull it through.
Okay.
And then you tighten that one up, and then you take the next one and you just pull, it tightens up, and you do the next one and you tighten it up.
So essentially exactly as you would crochet.
Pretty much exactly. You're doing exactly the same with your hands as you would do with a crochet hook. So you take, normally you'd have the crochet hook here, you take your,
you pull it through,
you take it over and round and you'd pull it through.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same process. So you have the loop, always keep the ribbon you're going to be catching below, take the loop, take a finger through there and pull it through. And try and keep this loop neat so it's not twisted over, and then try and also keep your tension the same all the way down, so that you end up with the same size braid all the way along. And it works up quite quickly, so this is a great way of you know, being able to create something that has interest and looks quite substantial but works up really quickly. So you can see I've just done a few of those, and I've already got about 6 inches worth of the crochet.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, and so you can do that, and then you could go back, you could do a long length of it and go back and do it again if you wanted to make a really, so for instance for making a belt out of, or a handbag strap or something like that, you could go back and then re-crochet something you've already done. It's a very, very, very simple technique.
And then I presume you finish it off just as you normally would. You snip the end and pull that through.
Yeah, so if I just show you, if that was the end of my work, I would cut my ribbon.
Yeah. Cut your ribbon off, just normal scissors.
Normal scissors, and then as I'm making the last loop, last crochet stitch, pull it through, and I pull it tight, and then I would take that tail again back through that loop just to finish it off. So go back from the bottom through to the top and pull it through. And
Added
that's
security.
Added security. It'll also stop it pulling that top. That's a really simple technique there.
That's really simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
But really great. Let's have a look what else greatness has been happening. Smooth as ever. Let's go to the Wall of Fame. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us here at the Wall of Fame. My name is Becky, I'm joined by the lovely Sarah today. We look like we've kind of coordinated on purpose here.
I know. Well, I need Ilma's in, so that's why.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. Get her on the good side. We're over here at the Wall of Fame, which is where you send in pictures of what you've made for the chance to win some amazing prizes. So let's have a look at yours first, Sarah.
So I've got 104, and this is from Tracy, and she's in Harrogate. She says, this is my first attempt at Kumihimo and jewellery making. I used the Mystic Emerald Zari thread and the Kumihimo findings pack to make a choker, which can also be worn as a wrap bracelet. I am currently off sick and addicted to the programme. It's keeping me going. I would love to be able to attend the courses in the future. Good luck to everyone on the Wall of Fame, and that's the best wishes from Tracy Ward in Harrogate. Well, Tracy, may I wish you a very speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery, and get yourself down to one of our workshops.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really fantastic attempt, first attempt at jewellery making as well.
What a great use of that fabric.
I know, isn't it amazing?
Oh, I think that's beautiful. 105 is sent in by Mary. Hello, Mary. says, hi all, here is my entry to the Wall of Fame, not strictly jewellery, but all JM products. It is a reversible bag made with beautiful fabric I bought last week, and no doubt we'll be buying more when it's in again. Hope you like it, and good luck to the others. Mary in County Durham, I think that's sensational. I absolutely adore that fabric. It's the fabric that we show you sometimes, you know, on the neckline piece I'll bring up quite often. It's got a really nice high shine to it. Love what you've done, reversible as well, so great for any day. 105, thanks for that, Mary.
And I've got 106, and this is from Jill, and she's in Somerby, and she says, hi all at JewelleryMaker, please find attached to my entry for the Wall of Fame a pair of polymer clay and apricot pearl drop earrings, part of an order for an outlet in Old Hunstanton, I think that is, who have kindly agreed to sell my work. As usual, all components are from JM. Good luck to all in this week's draw, and that's from Jill in Somersby. Well, good luck selling your jewellery as well.
Really good luck. I'm sure you'll do well if you pieced it like that. Hey, Jackie, you alright? She says, hi ladies. Wondering when you will do the turquoise colour cabs, as I have to go out at 11:15. Must have them.
They are gorgeous.
We're doing them straight after the break, Jackie, so stay exactly where you are. We'll get them in before 11:15, don't you worry, my love, just for you though. 107 is here, and this one belongs to Jason Elms. Hello, Jason. He says, hi guys, thanks, this is my Wall of Fame entry I've made using square sterling silver wire from my stash. The Peridot and pearls are from JewelleryMaker. This is a commission for someone's birthday. I made the entire frame and clasp batch of watching the amazing Alison Tarry DVD. So easy to follow and very clear instructions. Plus, you can pause and go back should you need to. Well worth the money. Good luck to everyone in this week's draw. Sending love, light and laughter. Thank you very much, Jason, for sending that into us. Really beautiful. That Peridot quality is astonishing as well, really shining. 107's your number, Pet.
And I've got 108. And this is from Lisa, and she's in Aberdeen. She said, hi JewelleryMaker, I haven't headed to the Wall of Fame for some time, but I thought I'd like to share my recent make. Being from Scotland, I love Highland cows, so I made Hamish out of felt from JM and popped him in a box frame for my friend's moving to her new home, where he will proudly hang on her wall, and I see him every time I visit. Good luck to all in the draw. Sparkly wishes, and that's from Lisa Thompson in Aberdeen. Oh, isn't that amazing? I love
that. That is so clever.
That is amazing.
Happy move, Highland cow. That's very clever. What a gorgeous gift as well. Love a thoughtful gift. Thank you for sending that in.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, it's made me want to do some paper craft. And 108 is the number on that one. Okie pokely. After the break for Jackie, but also for the rest of you, those cabs are coming up. Not long. I'll see you in a minute or two.
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy-to-follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, JewelleryMaker are never far away. Spend the day with guest designer Mark Smith making beautiful jewellery, using simple macrame techniques but with an added touch of elegance with the incorporation of wire in your designs. Mark will be guiding you through 5 projects, and you'll also learn how to wire wrap a cabochon. This course includes a selection of wire, a selection of gemstones, a pack of silver findings, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a visit to the Gemporium Museum, and you can make a purchase at the JewelleryMaker shop. All of this for just $84.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
We all know that you need the right tools for the job. So here at Jewellery Maker, we have developed our very own tool set just for you. In this larger set, we have provided more tools to help you develop your jewellery making skills even further. The kit includes wire cutters, a bead reamer with replacement tips, an awl, tweezers with a scoop, a sliding gauge, a snip, and all the essential pliers you will need. All of this is yours for just $15.95, neatly presented in a carrying case with an embossed Jewellery Maker logo. Stay tuned for more advice, tutorials and demonstrations of jewellery making. We provide the tools, you provide the skill. The wedding season is upon us and Jewellery Maker want to help you get prepared. Join us on Monday 17th of August for our wedding fair. We'll be inspiring you with some amazing deals including headwear, footwear and accessories. We have guest designers Fleur, Debs and Claire on hand to give you inspiration and spark creativity on how to make that big day special with a personal touch. Come join us for our wedding fair, all day on Monday the 17th of August.
It's just a bit magical, isn't it? When you look at Druzy, what comes to mind? Do you think about sort of mystical, magical beings? Do you think about sparkle and shine and glamour? Do you think about Mother Nature? I think about all three of those things. Take a look at this gorgeous Druzy. And then look as well, what I do want to point out, I don't want to blind anyone, but if I do point out, can you see the different depths to it too? You see different depths? You see how this one really is sort of concave in, and then it kind of bows out slightly there. That's just Mother Nature. That's just to do with the way that the kind of silica is built up over time. Druzy for me is something really interesting, really magical. It's all to do with the way in which the crystal structure of this is formed, and it's all to do with not having enough time to form. So essentially, if you're watching for the first time, or oh blimey, I've just thought of all those people waiting for their it's A-level results tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, A-level results tomorrow. I'm finishing work tomorrow. I'm bombing it back to Cheshire because we're all having like an A-level congratulations for the kids at work. But it kind of makes me think of, you know, your science lessons as well when I look at Druzy. That's what made me think of the A-levels. Good luck to everyone who is getting their A-level results tomorrow. I'll be thinking of you. Yeah, but it makes me think of, you know, science lessons, and you can almost imagine the science of this, can't you? Because you can see all of these beautiful crystals coming out from all these juts and directions, and all it essentially is they don't have enough time to perfectly form as it has around this area here. It hasn't had perfect time to form kind of in the same speed as everything else, because the pressures changed, the heat's changed, even so much as, you know, the kind of construction of the elements within there have changed. So it's just astonishing, it really is. I've not just got one here, I've actually got three. Now you might also get three, but actually you might get four, you might get five. It all depends on the size of them. I've got to say mine are much more sizable than I'm used to seeing in a collection like this, which is great because it means I'm going to get a real statement. You have got 340 carats worth here of real captivated kind of science almost, a captivated lesson within here. You can see actually this one has got a slight hollow in there. If I just place my thumb behind it, the one that I've got stood up, you see the light banded through. So you could actually get some cord or whatever through this, couldn't you? I have got for you today sky blue colour agate today. Your price point today, £14.95 for you for something really unique, really individual, almost shows you themselves how these are formed in a geode format, how they have this kind of cocoon of safety in which just changes dramatically one day as they enter, and you get these forms of the Druzy. You get this internal glitter-like effect, which, by the way, if you are watching for the first time, this isn't glitter that I've glued on. Let me prove it to you. This isn't glitter that I've glued on. Which, I say that, and some of you are thinking, well, obviously it's not. Some places it is. Some places I've seen, you know, they do try and create a look of Druzy by essentially applying a glitter. But look, this isn't glitter. Not at all. It's not a glitter that we've applied to this. It's not like gem art. You know, when we used to do the gem art, we used to do the little pots, didn't we? In fact, we still have a few now sporadically on. But it's essentially gems that are crushed down, tumbled down, glued on. It's not that at all. It's the real deal. Well done, everyone. Lovely to see you. Hi, Julia. How are you? Rose, nice to see you. And Jackie as well. Maxine, lovely to see you also. Lots of you coming through for these ones. Well done all. I've got more treats coming up. £14.95 for you. Well done, everybody. Okay. The summer sale continues. It continues. Rondelicious. I love little accented high shine gemstones like this. Now, you know the micro-faceted gems we've been doing of late that we've all loved and adored? The types that we've seen, the spinel. So, you know, lovely Jan has created those beautiful, that moon and star that she created that was just gorgeous. You know, those pieces. Now, I know that, well, I imagine pretty much every single person will want to recreate the look of that. And pretty much every single person will have looked at those pieces that Jan made and others have made with those micro-faceted gems and think, oh, I love them, I want to be able to make them. But let's face it, not all of us can. Some of us maybe with eyesight issues that can find the really, really small gemstones just a pain to work with. Maybe people who've got dexterity problems and find the really, really small micro-faceted gems just too much pain than they're worth. These are a beautiful midway point, because what I've got in here is I've got something that is delicate, but not as delicate. I've got something that is highly faceted, so still gives you a sparkle, but I've got you something actually in a great range of colours too. All of these are a 4x2, so don't forget that the largest part of them is actually the bit you're going to be threading into, which makes your life a lot easier. This isn't a fact of it's drilled at the 4 section, the 4 mil section. That would mean drilled through here. That would be very fiddly because you're only fighting against a 2 mil. These are actually drilled at the 4 mil section, so it's like working with a 4 mil round. You've also got that high shine sparkle and facets on every single one of them, and you have that beautiful flurry of colours. Lavenders, peaches, pinks, purples, greens, blues, the whole kit and caboodle. For you today, the price point, that is genuinely astonishing. That is absolutely astonishing, because I know without shadow of a doubt that generally for strands like this we'll be bringing 2 strands for you at that £8.95 mark. In fact, we did it relatively recently. I did 2 strands of ones like this. I think one of them was the peach ones, and I think another one was maybe black, and we brought them to you at £8.95 for 2. Today you're actually getting 5 for £12.95. That means they're working out not the £8.95, which were what, £4.50 each. They're working out £2.50 something each. That's astonishing. Hello, Julie. Just had to have them. Lovely. They really are, aren't they, Julie? Do you want me to show you them twisted? Because I think stuff like this. Imagine Kumihimo in with this. Imagine these in wire work. Oh, they're just gorgeous. Hello, everybody. You're all absolutely flying in. I just think they're gorgeous. We don't get to see them often, and it's something dainty, quaint and delicate that we can actually work with. You know, something that actually is going to make our life a lot easier. And what would you think of doing with these, please, Sarah Alvin?
Well, I would use these on my bead loom.
Perfect for it.
Absolutely, they work beautifully on there. In fact, I think I've had a bundle very similar to this and actually used them on my bead loom. And also for some of the sea bead designs I did on Monday, these would work beautifully if you wanted to incorporate them in some of those designs I did on the Designer Inspiration show, because they, as you say, they're not as small as the 2mm microfaceted beads, but they still give you that intricate effect that you want from your seed bead work. You want that intricacy of the beads, of the design, and you need the smaller beads to make the designs flow very well, but these are just going to make it a little bit easier for you to work with, to create those designs, and also the designs will work up a little bit quicker for you as well. So it's a really nice way of being able to use a smaller bead but still have a really intricate piece of work.
It does make your life easier, doesn't it? And one thing about making your life easier as well, if I may, if I just show you one strand, say this one here, just want to show you the drill hole, because you know I'm talking to you about how, you know, certain gems can be really fiddly to work with. If I show you, don't forget there is a temporary thread throughout these already, and actually this is a double temporary thread, but if I show you, even with a double temporary thread through it, it's still got a decent sized drill hole there, look. Can you see that? You've got loads of space in there. I'm saying you're easily a 0.4 through there without any issue. 0.6, yeah. 0.8 possibly, yeah. Maybe even a 1mm, you know, if I'm honest, because this cord that we've got going through is a pretty thick, decent sized one. So these are really workable. Well done, everybody. 32 chances left, about 20 in baskets. £12.95. This is the first time. This next one, well done all. I love those ones. I love ones like that. The thing I'm about to bring you now is another one of those secret surprises I wasn't allowed to tell you about. And actually, this has never ever been seen by itself before. It's something that I wasn't allowed to tell you about. I don't even have it here in front of me. I don't even have it because it was one of those naughty last-minute decisions. Because, let me fill you in. Basically what happens is producers here have to get their schedule, so what's going to be on the show, ready weeks in advance, and they have to be checked and said yes, okay to by the managers. The managers say nay, they take it out and they store it somewhere else or give it to someone else or whatever. This is something that Dion's been very naughty about and hasn't actually had any okay that we have this on the show. She's just going to do it. She's just said, actually, now you say that, I better ring upstairs to look like I'm trying. Brilliant. We're about to bring you something I don't even have here. Do you want to have a look at the picture, though? Because it's beautiful. 95 gold-plated findings pack by itself. First time ever by itself. No other finding pack with it, no other strands, no other cabs, no other cords, no other headbands, no nothing. This is just the purest of 95 sterling silver enveloped in that delectable gold. You've got your heart-shaped chain on here, which I have noticed strewn upon lovely Sarah's neck. You've also got your shepherd's hooks in here. You've got your toggle clasp, your lobster claw clasp. You've even got things like your hairpins in here as well, and you've got your crimps and your open crimps. In fact, in this entire findings pack you've got about 45 pieces, and that includes the big smiley face of chain up there. Your price point today, first time ever by itself, this one, £15.95 for you. Normally you have to get the oomph and bump and the extras, don't you, with it. This time you don't. Maybe you do just want a findings pack, and we don't do 95 findings packs by themselves generally at all, let alone in the gold colour, which of course has got the gold over the top of it, that very extremely precious metal over the top. We don't get to see that often at all. But £15.95 to get exactly what you need is phenomenal, because yes, all right, sometimes if we do it as part of a kit, we might do you an entire kit with a 95 findings pack like this. We might do an entire kit, say £25, so you will get discount on it. But say I just really didn't like the 4 strands that came with it, I'm not so fussed by the cords themselves, got loads at home already, and really all I want is the findings pack. Well, I tell you what, £25 to spend on a 95 gold findings pack, It's still good, but when we can do it for $15.95, we're doing it better, aren't we? So do treat yourself to it whilst you can, because essentially you can get yourself as many of these as you want. We haven't limited your order on this. Sometimes we have to on certain things. We have not limited your order, so you can just buy one, which some of you are. You can also buy two, which a lot of you are, and you can buy three, which many of you are as well. You could even get yourself 5 of these if you wanted to. We haven't limited your order, so get this one whilst you can, because not seen alone before by itself, and it's something that we do like to bring to you whenever we can, but it doesn't happen that often. I've got another little secret one for you. Summer is here, and summer at this time of year, we're thinking of loved ones, we're thinking of best friends, we're thinking of great days out in the sun, we're thinking of picnics, we're thinking of theatres, we're thinking of festivals, and we are thinking about spending a little bit extra on the people and the things that we love. 925, pure and simple, by itself, findings pack. There it is, look, and it's this one. We haven't seen this one in ages. It's one with those big J hooks and those ones with that really nice length of the chain on there. Quite a big chunky chain actually, that one. It's your cable chain, so it's about 1.8 mil on those ones. You've got about 8 inches on it as well, so a really good length on those, really nice and workable. You've got big weight on those ones, you really, really do. Big weight on them. So 925 sterling silver pack I've got here for you. By itself, again, as Hearsay once sang, pure and simple. On the price, I'll be there for you. Your price point today, everyone. £12.95 for you today on those ones. It's stunning. And yes, before anyone asks, hey up, how come you've still got 45 findings in here? How come the gold was more expensive? Well, because it has got gold over the top and it is more expensive than silver. So we're just bringing you, and that goes to prove actually, you know, that we are bringing you the best price that we possibly can, because some places don't you know, charge a difference between their gold and their silver. All they do is they bump up the price of their silver. We don't. We come totally and absolutely hands up sincere. The prices we get, we pass on. Amazing discounts to you like this. £12.95 for you today. I think that is just sensational to be able to get all those findings for that price. Because if you are going to sell on your pieces, if you are going to sell them on, you're going to be charging a lot more for, say, your 925 than just your normal silver copper.
Definitely. When I do commissions, I always offer my clients the choice between having sterling silver findings or plated findings, and 9 out of 10 times they will go for the silver. Yeah. Sterling silver. So it's just, you know, it allows you to have that longevity, that sort of excellence in your jewellery, and you know, you do charge more for it as you know, I charge that on to my customers. So yeah,
it's fab, isn't it?
It is fabulous.
And you probably want to use it with really nice gem strands like this. Just do me a favour, just hold in your mind a picture of the colour of a peach moonstone. Have you got it in your mind? Hold it there for a minute. Is it a bit kind of milky? Is it a bit sort of waxy? Is it a bit kind of... Because I tell you what, this is the most vibrant, fresh and bold I've seen. That's fab, isn't it? This isn't wishy-washy, this isn't buttery, this isn't waxy. This is vibrant, bold and beautiful, and it still has that impact of the shiller under the surface. Very unusual to see such vibrancy in our peach moonstone, I've got to say, and that is indicative of quality. This little beauty coming up for you around about 1/2 lengthy as well, so don't go anywhere on that. Well done, people, getting those 95 findings. Fab price on that one. Oh, well, well, well. Some people are about to jump with joy. Some people are about to jump with anger. I will be honest with you, some people are going to be just shocked by this. But I'm going to say 2 words to you now, and before you make your mind up, let me just say, nothing is lost here. Coated labradorite. Okay, nothing's lost, nothing's lost. People are thinking that that's my favourite gemstone. Why has it been coated? Why have you put this paint upon it? No, don't. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful just as it is. And yes, it absolutely is. But what we're going to bring to you now is not a paint. That's something really important to point out. It's not a paint. If you think of paint, if you think of like your emulsions and your acrylics and your oils, you're thinking of a big fat layer that you stripe down and you can't see the canvas underneath. That is not the case. With this, the labradorite is our canvas, but this isn't a paint like that. This is a very gentle, delicate coating, which essentially gives us that beautiful labradorescence underneath, a metallic edge on top, and overall, the reason we do it, because it gives you something that Mother Nature can't. This is so stunning to me. What do you think? What do you think? Can you see any labradorescence? You can, can't you? If you look in the centre. Now, I will be honest, you know how we always say the lights in here, you know, can bleach out labradorescence unless it's really good quality. Well, actually, this is really good quality labradorescence. The fact of the matter is, because the coating on this is metallic, the light is hitting the metallic first, so hiding the labradorescence a little bit in the studio circumstances. But when I'm looking at it, I tell you what, I'm getting more labradorescence than I would expect in a mid-range labradorite. This is just unique, individual, and oh so different. Hello, oh, it's the lovely Angelique, who I just adore. Hiya, Becky, my top presenter, and JM. Whoa, whoa, whoa! They are stunning, Becky. Fab deals this morning, JM. You're so good to us, and that's from Angelique. Hello, gorgeous Angelique. It's always so nice to have you on board. I feel like I'm at home when you're on board. It's lovely to have you here. I know. Wow, wow, wow is absolutely right. It is sensational. This is that type of gem that genuinely you just have to get home. You have to get it home to see it for yourself. Have you ever owned coated labradorite from JewelleryMaker? If you've just said no, and your basket's already open, then I strongly encourage you to add this to your order right now and check it out. It's something unique we don't have often. It's something that you need to get home, because right now, when you're watching this at home, you're not getting the full picture. The one I would say is, don't judge a book by its cover on this. Yes, okay, you're looking at the cover of the book now, and you absolutely are, and very good, you know, we've got great cameras in here and lovely lights and everything else, but it's not the real deal. You have to get this home. If you've never ordered coated labradorite from JewelleryMaker and you've got your basket open right now, then there's no excuse. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions, no quibbles. Just give it a go, because until you give it a go and get it home, you can't really have a real formed opinion on it. So do get it home. Get ready to fall in love, in particular at the price point we're going to do. Brand new at £14.95 for you today. It genuinely is sensational. And Kerry, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but Kerry, my lovely director, has just said that she's never actually seen coated labradorite before, and she says she really likes it. She actually says, wow, do you think it's probably better than quite a lot of the labradorite you've seen just as is? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she said, yeah, absolutely is. Absolutely. Because you get that labradorescence and you get that metallic edge as well on top. It is phenomenal. And truly, do get this home to appreciate it whilst you can, because it is spectacular. What do you think of this strand? Have you seen it up close, Sarah?
I've seen some strands before.
Yeah.
And I just think they're beautiful. I do just think it's like taking a naturally beautiful lady and just giving her that little touch of makeup and making her just look that little bit better. You've just done it to the gemstone. It just changes it, but it doesn't take away from it. Yeah. And I think it is just beautiful. I think it's just a really lovely way to be able to enhance a gemstone.
Yeah.
And I have absolutely no problem at all with enhancing gemstones in lots of different ways. And I think this is just a beautiful way of being able to do it. And I love the quality of it. And it just gives you that mystical edge. You know, I can see this working if you've got Alison Terry's Dragon DVD. Be using these with the dragons, because it's got that mystical sort of ethereal quality to it. It's gorgeous.
That is a great plan. Really good plan on that one. Well done, everyone who's getting this. Lovely to see you, multi-buyers, because like I say, it is a get it home to really appreciate. If I just show you a section, I'm wondering if it's going to be easier for me to show you that labradorescence. Yeah. If I kind of just twist a section, you can see the labradorescence better, can't you? And it's just to show that that metallic coating we've got isn't overpowering this at all. Get it home to really have an opinion on it. $14.95. Well done, everyone. No questions, no quibbles. $14.95. Now, got in the drawer for you now, 10 strand bundle. Excuse me if I pop them on my arm, because I know I'm not going to be able to get all these on my hands. I'm going to bring you a big selection of your rounds. Rounds are fab. They're something we can all use. They're something that every single one of us can use. Someone might be watching this for the first time ever right now. Someone literally might have just flicked over this channel less than a minute ago and gone, hey up, what's this? If you have, you're obviously northern if you've just said A up in the way I have. But it's lovely to see you if you have. My name's Becky. You're watching Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker, we bring you genuine, real deal beauty gemstones just like these, and we give them to you at amazing prices. We're called Jewellery Maker because a lot of people who watch us will make jewellery from their pieces, but you absolutely don't have to. You don't have to make jewellery from these if you don't want to. If you're into your papercraft, you can do papercrafty things with these. Some of our pieces and strands are just so gorgeous, you can actually just have them to sort of look at and enjoy and have talking pieces as home decor. What I've got for you here, ladies and gentlemen, is a 10 strand bundle. And because we've got 10 strands, we're able to give you a really great price. It's just like if you were to go to any of those big stores and do your bulk buys. You know, if you bulk buy on certain things, you get more of a discount, don't you? Well, I've got a discount here. The great thing with these, even if you are brand spanking new, you've only just tuned in a minute ago, is you can create something with your plain rounds in moments. You really can. Just get these, get your hands on some of the other bits we've got coming up, and you'll be able to make something essentially straight away. And don't forget, if you are here for the first time, you get a free booklet and DVD on your first order, and we talk a lot about rounds in there. But another great thing about rounds is it's not just for the beginners. Rounds are for people who've been making for years and years and years, and let's face it, I don't think there's anybody who would say, oh, I don't work with rounds, rounds aren't my thing. Whereas I know there are people who would say, don't work with sea beads, oh, I can't cope with them, or I don't like chips and nuggets, don't work with them at all. I don't think there's anyone out there who goes, I don't work with rounds. They're so workable, they're so usable, they're so essential. In particular, when we have such an array in sizes like this. So a lot of these that I have here before you are your shell or your quartzite that I have here. So you've got 8mm on the greens, you've got 8mm on the red, purple quartz, you've got 10mm rounds, nice and big, blue quartzite 4mm, really nice and delicate, pink quartzite is 6mm, you've got some 5mm there as well with those strawberry pink quartzite, 80 carats on there, and then on all of those shells you've got 4mm, a 6mm and an 8mm in size on those shells. So a really nice array, a really nice accompaniment, and at this price, a really nice bargain. £19.95 for 10 strands. Isn't that working out at less than £2 a strand? Less than £2 per strand. Quartz I've got in here, genuine quartz. If anyone is watching for the first time, when I say quartz, yes, I do mean quartz, like the ones in those watches, like the ones from the family of amethyst and rose quartz, like the ones we see in those high-end jewellers' windows. Yes, I'm talking about that type of quartz. I really am. You would probably, if you are watching for the first time, I always cast my mind back to the first time watching Jewellery Maker, but cast your mind back to when you started looking and watching at Jewellery Maker. You know, the first piece of jewellery I bought myself was a quartz ring, and it was £165. And I loved it, and still own it, and still do love it. But at the end of the day, I would never thought I'd be able to get, well, what? Probably about 95 times, maybe 200 times more carat weight on just the one strand for £19.95. So well done everybody getting those ones. It's so nice to see you all today. I have got some facets because somebody is asking, The purple and the pink, the strawberry pink, are faceted, that you can see, those two, and actually they work beautifully together, not only because of the facets but also because of the colourways. And then just to let you know as well, the shell itself has got a coating on it, so they actually goes great with the lab, that coating, doesn't it? Fab with the coating, really beautiful with that, because the coating on both is kind of a bit of a bubble coating. This labradorite is new to us, and it's at the bottom of the screen, $14.95 for you. It's gorgeous. Well done, everyone, working out less than £1 per strand. Now, I don't have many of these, 37 of these, and that is it. That is all I've got of this strand, of this selection. It's a very extreme last chance saloon on this one, so please do come in and get them whilst you can. They've been extremely popular, they will continue to be extremely popular, and today we are going to bring them to you. Got to get in quickly though. 0800 644 655 for you today to get your hands on real deal sterling silver wire. Not 1 mil, 0.6 this time I've got for you here, and you have got a meter's worth of this. Now, when you're dealing with a 0.6, we've got something we can make rings with. We've actually, in a sterling silver form, you've actually got something you can weave with if you want to as well, because it is beautifully malleable. Findings are fab with a 0.6 as well. Now, don't forget for me, as with everything, we've got a really beautiful 925 quality here, and you're getting over, well, you're getting 3.2 grams worth of that precious metal with this. Now, I don't have it available for you at the moment, but you can see the picture behind me. You know what we're talking about when we're talking about 925. 0.6. It's going to go through a fair amount of your gemstones. It's going to be lovely to work in with your chain. And don't forget, if you do want to place it with the likes of, say, this stunning Tanzanite, then you absolutely can. You are going to be getting around a meter's worth of this, and if you do want to work something, imagine that as a ring. I mean, come on, as a ring with your 0.6, it's just perfect, isn't it? You've got one meter's worth here of your 0.6. Let's get your price on. Price point today is just £11.95, and I have got a picture for you here of something that Jan created, a ring that Jan created with 925 wire. So this is, we did a demonstration similar to this. It was on the morning show a couple of weeks ago with myself and the lovely Jan. A couple of weeks ago. Do feel free to watch it back on YouTube. And all you have to do is, if you want to type in your search engine, JewelleryMaker YouTube, then it will come up on there and you'll have your playlist. And if you click on Jan, you'll be able to see me and Jan. It's not the last show together, I think it's the show we did before that. Moons and stars we had on there, and we showed you how to work a ring like this, and that is 925 as well. Hello everybody who's coming in for these. Lovely to see all of you. Fab, fab, fab to see multi-buyers on it as well. And what I will say to you is, if you do want to get your hands on this, check out your basket as quickly as you can, because I've only got 12 opportunities left for you. So, I've already shown you this. It's that rich, it's that vibrant, it's that really beautifully zesty moonstone. And it is actually your stunning star by. It's not wishy-washy at all, is it? It's vibrant, isn't it? It's bold. It's vibrant without being acid or in your face or too of a colour, isn't it? It's just a very grown-up, very mature and kind of idyllic peach tone. This is Star by brand new peach moonstone. We do not get to see peach moonstone with this deepness in tone often at all. We don't get to see peach moonstone with such an idyllic hue often at all, and we don't see it with this much of a saturation either. We'll often see peach moonstone actually as a section in a shaded strand, won't we? You'll see a moonstone, shaded moonstone, you might get your peach on there, but you'll get a lot of the white moonstone, you might even get grey moonstone in there, but we don't tend to see it in a strand by itself, which I think is a shame, because when it comes naturally occurring like this is a natural strand, and it's still got that strength of tone without being heated or coated or anything, but it still has that shiller just powering underneath the surface. Something really special, isn't it? Now, what would you do with this peach moonstone? Would you be making this a focal section, or do you want to use it more sparingly? Because actually, you don't have to be sparing with it. If you see how much you get on here, it's absolutely loads and loads and loads. What I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to bring you a launch price offer. You've already seen the arrows have rolled down on this, so the price you're about to see is not the price it should have been. We've rolled this down in price today as a launch price offer only, and I'm sorry if I bore anyone for saying this, but as usual I have to reiterate that now and again we are allowed to do a launch price offer, and it means that essentially when we bring you something brand new for the first time that you love, you adore, and you think, oh, I really want it, but I better wait for 3 months time when they've got a few left and it's in the sale, and then you all have to try and clamber to the phone because you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and then you miss out. What we actually do sometimes, and not always allowed to do it, but sometimes we're allowed to, we'll bring you a special strand, brand new, straight out the gate, totally new to us, and we'll bring it to you at a great price point, possibly the best price point you'll ever see it for. Today is that day. At £9.95, you're getting the strength of that hue, the boldness of that saturation, and you're getting that idyllic tone in here as well. Now, there is lots of you getting your hands on this one today because we don't see faceted moonstone often at all, let alone in the graduated sizes we have here of the 5x2. At £9.95 it is your launch price offer, and I cannot guarantee that the next time you see this it won't be back to its original price, because it more than likely will. So please do get your hands on it whilst you can have the opportunity to do so. Well done everybody who got your hands on that one. Lovely to see you. This is really a bit of a double whammy star buy, isn't it? We've had a text in from Julie. Hiya Julie. What did Julie say? Hi all. I'm 40 tomorrow, OMG. Just about to buy myself some Peridot as a gift to me. Thanks for the 30% off deal, and that's Julie from the Isle of Wight. Julie, happy birthday, pet. That is fantastic. 40 years old. It's meant to be the start of life now, isn't it? 40, apparently. Life begins at 40, so they say. Have a fab holiday, wonderful lady. I have got here for you a stunning strand of Peridot that I think you're going to love and adore. Oh, it's fresh and it's crisp, isn't it? Now this, you could instantly tell the location, can't you, looking at the colour? United States, isn't it? It shouts out USA to me, and that's because you've got that really interesting back palette of colour within this that you don't seem to see as much in, say, the Chinese Peridot. We've got here for you from the beautiful US of A lovely, lovely back palette of those almost bluey tones. You can see that on each and every one of them. Don't get me wrong, you still get that beautiful archetypal Peridot, and people always say, don't they, Peridot is one of the only gemstones that comes in one colour, and yeah, it does come in one colour, and that is green, but don't forget the tone changes. The tone changes dramatically. Yes, it's always the same hue, but actually the tone does change dramatically, and you have got more of a back palette of that blue in here, which I think makes it really nice and workable for the likes of your blue gemstones. So if you've got any blue gemstones in your stash at home, then these are going to be great to add to it. I've also got really, really nice crisp clarity to these, and you can see that with the brilliance. Can you see any brilliance in this yourself? You can see loads, can't you? If you can't, just have a little look. Keep your eyes around this section here when I tilt it to the light. You can see that catwalk of brilliance, can't you? If you're not sure what brilliance is, it's this glow here. It's sometimes referred to as an internal luster. It's to do with the way the light interacts within the gemstone. You don't get it on all gemstones. You don't even get it on all kind of great quality gemstones. But I've got it on this strand because it is so clear, and it is a really, really beautiful glowing gem in itself anyway. 50 carats worth of this Peridot from USA I have for you with that beautiful brilliance. Your price point today, first time we've seen it. Well, I never. £7.95 is absolutely astonishing, isn't it? This is your Peridot that has a slightly different tone than the ones we used to see in the vast majority of the time because it is the USA. But also what we've got here is you've got a Peridot that has that brilliance, that has that glow, and that is absolutely indicative of the quality. It shows you off the quality. But also what we've got with this, ladies and gentlemen, is you've got those wheel shapes. Now it is really unusual for us to see those, isn't it? Sorry. Have a look at them. If you've not seen them before, see how they're the wheel shapes. So they are. You've got that beautiful flat surface on two sides. So not like a bicone or a rondelle, because you've got those beautiful flat sides, and then it's almost like a button design actually that we have on these. Now that is just gorgeous in designs because you can get this real unfurling, real unfolding of kind of those shapes as they stack on top, almost like like piquets that you can get, almost a little bit like that. Lace detail, you know, at the outside of a lace, like a lace skirt or lace that you buy here at JewelleryMaker, you can get those little tufts, can't you? You can actually create that look with these. Beautiful, isn't it? £7.95, absolutely wonderful to see you all, and that Peridot goes great with the labradorite, I think, as well, so do treat yourself if you can to both of those. £7.95, and I'm going to mosey on over to Sara Alvin right now because I want to see her final kit. I can't believe it's your final kit already. You got loads of textures in this, didn't you?
I did. Loads and loads of different textures, loads of different elements to work with, so it was just really fun to work with, and it's just brilliant. I love it.
I just think you've made so much. What was your inspiration with this one, please?
Just to go with the natural tones of the gemstones and the shapes of them and allow them just to really work nicely together. So, because you've got a real sort of organic nature to go along with that, and sort of to allow all the hues just to work beautifully with each other.
And boy, oh boy, they have, haven't they? They really have. I'm just going to mosey on over here to grab the jewellery that yet again I forgot. Look at those. Look at those. You've got a lot of texture, you really do, haven't you?
That's it. You've just got lots of different ways of being able to use them, and just the kit goes on and on and on. I hardly used any of the labradorite in there. I don't think. Or is it soda labradorite?
Of the what? Sorry.
Of the dark blue.
Oh, yeah, your lapis.
Lapis, sorry. I didn't use hardly any of it because I kind of got to the end of all my designs and it was still sort of looking at me in the beading tray, so I was like, I ran out of time.
Yeah, but look at how you have used it. I mean, it just looks so pretty with those pearls clustered, doesn't it?
It does.
Really astonishing. So you have got a double strand of your real deal lapis lazuli in here, sizing on that, let me find out for you. Looking at up to around about an 8 by 5 on those, and it is approximately 36 inches long. I just like that as a necklace myself, and it does work on wonderful Sara's designs with those pearls just epically well. These pearls, as you can see, they are drilled as kind of almost a drop detail actually, which means you do get that wonderful kind of undulation of the strand in there, as you can see. Really very pretty. I have also got in here for you, wow, what a treat.
I know.
How did you manage that?
I have no idea. Must have been very nice to somebody somewhere.
Just sensational to be able to get that amount of real deal turquoise is astonishing. 8 by 1 we've got on that strand for you there, and it really has just got a lovely brightness, hasn't it?
It has, and I just wanted to keep most of it together, but I've actually made the hair comb and a little ring out of it as well, so it went ever such a long way. And you can with this kit make it go even further if you want to.
Yeah. And wonderful. And then topaz as well. We don't see topaz often in kits at all, and that is because it is a highly prized piece. To have it in here today is beyond belief, isn't it?
It is, and it's got such a lovely quality to it, and it's just those lovely tones running through it. It's beautiful.
Really
Absolutely
has.
love it.
It's got a gorgeous glow to it. It really does. Beautiful array of tones. And another gemstone in here, actually, hidden away. Tanzanite.
I know. What a treat. And there's so much in that box as well.
Really does go far, doesn't it?
Do not be fooled by the size of the box, because when you get the pieces out, there are so many in there.
There is plenty in there.
Oh yeah, I've made a necklace out of it just on its own before now.
Yeah.
So you know, you can just really go to town with those. So I've only interspersed a few today, but you know, you can
just
use
little
lots.
bits and earrings and things
Yeah.
like that. You do have all of the findings in there as well, things such as your spacer beads, those beautiful intricate kind of fancy connectors, let's say, or earring findings. You get a chain in there too, amongst other goodies like your clasps. In fact, everything you see on screen now, you will be able to get your hands on in here. And yes, it is beautiful quality, we'll all agree. You also had your hair grips.
I did.
Too.
I did.
How are these ones to work with?
They're beautiful. They're really good quality. Really sturdy, really strong, really easy to work with, and really comfortable to wear in your hair as well. I have worn hair grips before now, and they've dug into your hair, and you can't get them to stay in. Again, because I've got such thick hair, to get anything to stay in is a nightmare, but these work beautifully.
They do stay in, and like I say, you know, I have quite thin hair, and some things just won't hold in my hair. These will absolutely beautifully, and they don't pull on your hair either, which I like. I have got wire as well. Gorgeous blue. How well does this blue go with the lapis?
Amazingly well. It goes beautifully with the kit as well because of the sort of the ocean tones.
Yeah.
So it just works beautifully.
Really does. Wonderful. So of my blue coloured wire here, I've got your 0.8, and you have got 10 metres worth there, as you can see. I've also got the silver, which I think goes so beautifully with it, I have to say. Of that silver, I've got 15 metres worth, and there is an extra 5 metres worth there because it is your 0.25, and we just decided for free to give you an extra £5 a few months ago now, so £5, an extra 5 metres for no extra cost, so that's on there for you as well. And that threading pack as well. Let me reiterate, if I may. 5 of your silver coloured head combs, your threading pack with your beads and thread, your monofilament, your elastic, 0.8 in your wire, 0.25 in your wire, an entire findings pack including Tanzanite. I've got a double strand of topaz, a double strand of real deal turquoise, I've got a double strand of your lapis, as well as those top drill pearls. Your price point for all,
Ooh.
Dion obviously didn't hear me say Tanzanite, topaz and real turquoise.
No.
That is above and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, no messing around now. Come on and get yourself on the phone, because I tell you what, it's one of the most popular colour selections we've got through here. You've got the real deal turquoise in here. It's not, when I say real deal, what I mean is it's not, you know, dyed howlite, it's not dyed magnesite, and it's not, you know, half resin, half turquoise. This is the real deal turquoise. It's actual, is it totally untreated? I think it is. I think it's totally untreated when I look at it. It might have a little bit of heat, but looking at the colour and the matrix, I doubt it. I think it's totally natural. It's just $21.95 for you. What do you think of that?
That is an amazing value for money. Amazing.
Isn't it?
I mean, in fact, to get the findings pack with the Tanzanite in and even the wire for that price, I think you'd be doing really well. But then you've got pearls in there, and you've got you know, you've got everything in there, and it's just an amazing value for money. I just think, you know, if you haven't got this in your basket, you really sort of need, you know, if you can afford to get it, definitely, and get it in your basket.
Yeah, I've just had a little bit of confirmation. Yeah, I was right. It is natural turquoise. Totally natural. No heat, no nothing. No nothing.
Wow. That is brilliant.
I mean, just phenomenal, honestly. Just, I would go as far as to say, if you went somewhere and just said about this, you know, that as a necklace, how much would you buy that for? It'd be that price, if not quite a bit more, actually, in certain areas. So, genuinely astonishing price. Essentially, for me, to my eye, buy the natural turquoise, get a threading pack, hairbands, wire, lapis, the pearls, topaz, and a findings pack for free. Essentially, is the way we're looking at it, really, isn't it? Just amazing. And we're going to learn a really interesting technique today.
Yes.
It's going to be how to Kumihimo.
Yes.
But
yes.
with wire.
With wire.
And thick wire at that.
0.8 wire, yes. And we're going to make the tubular section that we can then fill with pearls or gemstones that we want to fill it with. So It's the standard Kumihimo setup. So if I show you my disc, and it's going to be a bit tricky, I'm just going to squeeze it down onto the desk. It's going to weight underneath as well as it being wire. So my disc is set up with 2 wires to the north, 2 to the east, 2 to the south, 2 to the west.
I see.
Standard Kumihimo setup. All I've done is taken 4 pieces of wire and I've twisted them, if I turn this over, twisted them all together to form a loop. And that's the starting point. So I've got 4 pieces twisted together. That will give me 8 working cords or ends. And then I've just put those into their normal positions. I'm using the heavier weight. I'm using the 100-gram weight on this because it's wire. I want it to help me to pull the design through. So the heavier weight. If you haven't got a 100-gram weight, use your 50-gram weight and maybe some extra weight from a little bunch of keys or whatever you've got.
Okay.
And we're going to do the normal Kumihimo braid. But what I need to do is I need to force a hole into the centre of my braid. Now if I just show you with my spoon, that's what I've been using the end of my wooden spoon for, is to make the braid work around the spoon. And it's a hollow braid that we're going to do. So it's a standard setup, but it's a different braid, okay? And I'm going to leave the spoon in there because of course I'm going to want to work around it to create that hollowness. And when you first start, you won't be able to put the spoon in there. Just do this braid normally for about 3 rounds and then start to hold the spoon to create the aperture for you to be able to fill with gemstones. I'm going to take my weight off because it's not going to work with it on the desk, but you would have the weight on there. And the way the braid works is you start by taking the cord, and now your wires will not move around your disc in this braid, okay? So you're going to take the cord in 31, and if you just remember, you're going to cross the cord next to it. So I'm going to cross over the cord that's in number 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to take it to the top of the east side of my cords. I'm going to take the one next to it, so the one below that, and cross it over the one below it and bring it into that section. Now with wire, what you might find is you need to over exaggerate the move and then bring it back because it's got a memory, it's a bit springy. So I'm going to take the one next to it, it's the one in the middle of this section, over exaggerate my move and bring it to the bottom of that set at the west. I'm going to change hands because I actually move my disc around while I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it stationary so you can keep an eye on it.
Okay.
I'll take the one in the middle of that group and move it up to the top. So I've finished going in the clockwise direction. I'm now going to come back in an anti-clockwise motion and do the same thing. So I'm going to need to pick up the wire in number 1, cross it over and bring it to the top of the group at the west. Take the one in the middle, cross it over and bring it to the bottom of the south group. Do the same and bring it to the east, and then do the same with the one there. So you'll end up, after you've finished your move, with 2 gaps here, 2 gaps here and 2 gaps there, which we'll need to move our cords back into.
Okay.
So I'm just going to over exaggerate the moves again because this helps to create a neat cage. So over exaggerate those moves. So I'm going to do it again and just do it a bit quicker for you so you'll be able to see the movements. So it's the one to the left of the north group, bring it around in a clockwise direction to the top of the east, take the one in the middle, keep going in the clockwise direction, take the one in the middle, all the way up to the top. So we've done the clockwise and now we're going to go anti-clockwise, so we'll do it again. Over exaggerate your moves. And up to the top, and then move our cords back in. And you're just going to carry on doing that, and I'll turn this over and show you the braid in a second. And because I've got the dowel or the spoon or whatever you're working around, this could be whatever you've got that's a consistent width.
Okay.
So
nothing that graduates.
Nothing that graduates.
Okay.
Because the trouble is, if it graduates out, that's fine, but you can't get it to graduate back in because you won't be able to get it into the braid as you go. If I turn that over, you see I've got
I see.
a cage running that I can now put whatever gemstones. Let me see if I've got anything I can pop in there. So if I hold that up, pop the gemstone in there, so you can see if I turn that over, the gemstone's now caged in there. If you're putting chips and nuggets in there, what I do is I put them onto a little bit of monofilament, little sections, of about 5 or 6 gemstones, tie a little knot in them, and then just pop them in. because
Cutesy.
otherwise they won't fall through the gaps.
Fall through.
Yeah, so that's how you put your gemstones in. And to finish off, you carry on doing once you've got all your gemstones in there, you'll take the spoon out, put the gemstones in, and you'll carry on doing another 2 or 3 rounds of the braid to close it back up at the end. Without the dowel in there. And that will close that back up for you.
Love that.
And then that will create that little cage for you with your wire.
Fantabulous. Thank you very much
That's
for
okay.
doing that.
That's all right.
We did have a message in then that essentially just said, Sarah, could we do it with a smaller gauge and draw it through a drawer plate, a bit like a Viking knit?
You can do it with a smaller gauge. If you don't have the dowel in there, it will close up. So it will go naturally to a closed braid.
But if you did it around a smaller dowel?
The smaller dowel, yep, so that's absolutely fine. You could do that. You can also do this with cord, but you can't cage the beads in the cord. It actually creates almost like a rope effect. But you can do it with cords and create a solid braid from it with the same technique.
Now, on your screen right now, you will see the Kumihimo weight. Now, this is 100 gram, isn't it?
That's
this is the 100
yeah.
gram weight, but the one on your screen at the moment is the 50 gram. We don't have an example of the 50 gram. Yes, I do. Jokes. For you. This is your 50 gram weight that we have here for you. Now, this is wonderful for essentially keeping the tension of your knits and your weaves perfect throughout, isn't it?
That's it, because if you hold a braid with your hand underneath to create tension, it's not a constant tension.
No.
Because you know what it's like, your hand might get tired, or you know, you change your grip and it won't be a constant tension, where having a weight on there creates that constant tension for you. Yeah. And these ones are great because as your braid grows, if you're using cord, you can reposition the weight further up
as you need
to keep the weight close to where the braid's coming through. Perfect. Whereas if you're using it on wire, you'll just keep it at the bottom of your wire braid.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it gives you a really nice, neat finish. Yes. This is on your screen at the moment, and yes, it is £4.95. Very naughty. Hey and blessed, morning lovelies. Sarah, quick question. I've got a Kumihimo weight, but I don't know what weight it is. Is there any easy way of knowing which one it is?
Okay, if it's one of ours, the larger one is the 100 gram and the smaller one is the 50 gram. If not, and you bought it from somewhere else, get your kitchen scales out, pop it on there and have a look. Have
a little measure. Yeah. The size of this one, Fleur, just to help you out, because I know it's easy next to each other, but you might not understand because you've not got something to scale. You've got around about 1.5 centimetres in height on the 50 and probably around about a 3.5, maybe even 4 on the 100. Hope that helped. Lovely, Fleur. Hello, gorgeous. Angelique says, hiya, Sarah, would you use a 50 or 100 gram in your work? Thanks.
On the wire, I always use my heavier weight, so 100 gram. If it's a particularly heavy...
Cords.
On cords, depending on what look I'm looking for. If I want a more elongated, open, I would use a heavier weight, whereas if I want it coarser but and tighter, I'd use my lighter weight. I always use a weight, even if I'm doing something that I want to be really condensed, because it just helps to draw it through the plate for you. So you know you're not working on top of each other, and you get that natural spring out of the cords as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, always a 50 gram weight for my tighter braids, and then for a more elongated one, 100 gram, or even use both together if you really want to draw it through.
Yeah. Just to let you know, I'm very quickly bringing you your duo of DVDs right now, and this is your Kumihimo selection. You've got 2 here. You've got your introduction, so for brand newbies, this is absolutely perfect for brand new people. You get shown how to work with this round disc pattern, the square disc pattern, how to add gemstones onto your pieces, how to do gorgeous zigzag techniques, and actually how to do a square braid on a round board as well. And then you've got your Kumihimo. You can see there exactly what I'm talking about with the lovely Sarah album. I've also got your edition 2 as well. That's that beautiful zigzag design. I love that one. And then your Kumihimo edition 2, you get shown different braids, such as how to do your 12-strand spiral. You get shown how to do really beautiful finishing touches, and lots of different techniques, and really how to get a professional finish, really, isn't it?
That's it. These work hand in hand together, these 2 discs, so they don't, you know, you don't need to have done any Kumihimo before, so you can go onto the patterns on disc 2. straight away if you want to, if you've never done any Kumihimo before, because they'll just go straight through and it goes step by step right through the braid, the cord lengths, etc. on there.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Do treat yourself to these today. You know that they should originally be $9.90 each. We do take them down on show to $4.95, and actually for two we've got $6.95 for you today. So you're buying one DVD, you're getting the other for just £2 today. So do treat yourself to your DVD duo when you get the opportunity to do so, because even if you've never done a piece of Kumihimo before, these are going to help you out and help you get some really good looks and finishes. And in fact, I'm getting my hands on these ones today. So we are about to head on over somewhere because someone's got to win £100. Might be in. See you at the Wall of Fame. It's Wednesday, it's the Wall of Fame. It's time to announce a winner. But first off, let's have a look at our last fives, shall we?
Okay, so this is 99, and this is from Bridget, and she says, "Hi Jewellery Maker, I usually catch 2 hours of the morning show, but I haven't been able to catch the show since your new channel. Oh dear. Hopefully you'll be able to retune and catch it." And so I'm just going to show you a simple design this week using leftover gemstones from my previous purchases. Crackle quartz set made on pretty rose gold coloured chain. Quick request please, can we get some more 150 metre spools of wire please? I'm hoping the people upstairs are listening. And she says, I don't want to get them from anywhere else because your Jewellery Maker is a great excuse to pop some extra strands in my order too, wink wink, and that's from Bridget. Okay, so hopefully Bridget will be getting some more wire in the larger reels soon.
Thanks for that, Bridget, the wink wink. Yeah, we will try and pass that on for you. I absolutely adore this design, how eclectic this is, really high fashion. 100 here from Sara, not this one. Hi all, this is my first entry to Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame. My friend introduced me to jewellery making in January this year, so I'm still a newbie. My entry is a lariat necklace, all wire, unwrapping all the chain links, handmade and antiques, bronze wire, agate, amazonite, bronzite, tiger's eye, turquoise, jasper and nuggets. The second picture is to show the wire charms. All components are from Jewellery Maker. I have sold this piece already. Good luck to everyone taking part, and that's from gorgeous Sara in Gloucestershire. Sara, I love first off that your friend introduced you. I love that you only started making jewellery at all in January, and I love that you've already sold your pieces. Well done to you. 100 could be your lucky first entry.
I have 101 here, and not quite, no. And this is from Sara, and she's West Houghton, there we go. She's even West Taunton.
West Taunton.
She's even put the pronunciation. And even,
gosh, you're good, Sara.
There we go. Please find attached my latest creation, made from Larimar and faceted shell pearls. I love all the gemstones that you sell, though my bedroom now looks like one of your warehouses. I think you could say I'm an addict. And that's love from Sara, and she's in West Taunton. There we go.
Thank you for sending that across, Sara. Absolutely wonderful to see you. I'm going to bring to you now this. It's so high end, that isn't it?
It is.
And this is just a quick one from Barbara Duffin. Hi, Barbara. Good morning to you all at Jewellery Maker. I am going to a fairy festival in the New Forest at the weekend. So I have made this necklace to go with my outfit. The gems were jasper. The photo does not show up how beautiful colour and glow. The chain is gold, as I am going as an autumn fairy. All for you, of course. Thank you, all from you, of course. Thank you so much for a wonderful channel. JM is on nearly all day, and I learned so much. Good luck in the draw, Barbara Duffin. Barbara, have an amazing time. The Fairy Festival just sounds absolutely enchanting and magical. Have a wonderful time, and I'm sure you are going to look as graceful and as elegant as a fairy in this. 102 is your number.
Okay, and I've got 103, and this is from Heather, and she says, hello lovely people, after buying this jade ring from your sister channel, I managed to get some jade from you and make this necklace and this necklace, earrings and bracelet set made with sterling silver. Thank you for your wonderful shows and ideas. Fondest wishes, from Heather. Isn't that lovely? Brilliant to be able to make something to match something else you bought somewhere else. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's fab that.
Yeah.
It is time to do the draw. Okay, folks, I'm going to pick up the second place prize. This is going to be getting £50 today, and the number, oh, it's a pretty early one. Ooh. 31, ladies and gentlemen. Number 31, that's 31. And that belongs to Laura Wheatley. Laura, well done to you. Thank you for sending in your piece. £50 accredited to your account, my love. Quick spin for you.
Okay.
Lovely Sarah is going to draw out now the £100 winner.
There we go. And I have...
Oh, it's a high one.
441.
441. 441. That belongs to, bear with us, 441. Ali in Lincolnshire. Well done, Ali. I know you sent in quite a few of your pieces. Thank you and well done. We're just giving away £150 then. Fab. Okay, lovely ladies and gents. After the break, Botswana, we haven't seen it in ages, agate coming up for you very, very soon, and my birthstones coming up after the break as well. Brand spanking new. I've not even seen it. Is it just new? Brand spanking new. Oh, is it the ones that I can see on my tea bar? Do you want to have a little nosy? Do you have a little nosy there? Thank you. Oh, they're big pieces, aren't they?
They're lovely.
Do you want to have a little look? These coming up very shortly after the break as well. Real deal amethyst. And I've got to say, that is just phenomenal, isn't it?
They're beautiful.
What would you think of doing with this strand, please, Sarah, if you were to be given this?
The central one I wire wrap into a ring, because I love amethyst and it's just, and the rest I think I'd just maybe create a teardrop sort of pendant with 3 of them just dropping down with lots of chain coming from the bottom of them, and a sort of serpent of wire wrapping around the outside of the 3 of them. I think they would look amazing like that.
Sensational, wouldn't it? And you know what would be lovely as well? It'd be really nice with that Tanzanite I had on earlier. You know, the 25 carat Tanzanite cab I had? Because I think amethyst can definitely stand up to that. Now, if you are about to leave us on Freeview, we're sorry, we'll miss you. Why don't you get us on your phone or get us on the internet? Thank you very much for joining us up until this point. I'll be back tomorrow with Fleur. But if you're on Sky or Virgin Media or anything else, say exactly where you are. Because me, Sarah, will be back after a very short break with Botswana agates, with beautiful amethyst, and with some naughty sale summer prices. We'll see you very, very soon.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
The wedding season is upon us, and JewelleryMaker want to help you get prepared. Join us on Monday 17th of August for our wedding fair. We'll be inspiring you with some amazing deals, including headwear, footwear and accessories. We have guest designers Fleur, Debs and Claire on hand to give you inspiration and spark creativity on how to make that big day special with a personal touch. Come join us for our wedding fair, all day on Monday the 17th of August.
When shopping with JewelleryMaker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay one postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Have you ever thought about making your jewellery making hobby into a business? Come and join our experienced jewellery maker and small business trainer, Angela Edwards, on a fun and relaxed day of tuition into the Jewellery Making Business Academy. Angela will teach you the basic business skills, including how to create a business plan, how to access current and potential customers. Angela will inform you how you should price your products to appeal to your customers and how to make it easier for you to sell to the right people at the right price. She will also teach you on how to use social networking to your advantage and gain a key knowledge on legal requirements and insurances. For more information, please contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair cone, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Birthstones are always special, aren't they, I think? And I've got a birthstone strand here for you. Hello everybody, how are you? It's lovely to see you. Maybe you're watching us on the repeat. Today, actually live, it is Wednesday, but you might be watching us on Thursday morning. Good morning, it's probably about 3 minutes past 8 at the moment if you're watching on the repeat. My name's Rebecca Redican, it's absolutely wonderful to see you. Today I am joined by the lovely Sara Alvin. And Sara Alvin, I'd love to hear what you think of my gorgeous birthstone, Amethyst.
Oh, it's my favourite gemstone.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that it comes in so many different hues and qualities, you know, right from your rose de France right through to your deep sort of chocolate wrapper purples, and I just absolutely fallen in love with it. I love the way it makes all skin tones look beautiful. It lifts and radiates them, and I just think it's a really nice gemstone to be able to offer people and to be able to wear as well. And it's such a well-known gemstone.
Oh, I think it's probably one of the best known.
I think it's out of a survey, it came out as the top first bought gemstone, I think, of the gemstones. I think so. You know, it was my first gemstone that I bought, and it's the first gemstone that I learnt about. So I really do love using this, and I just love wearing it too.
It is very wearable gem. I've always thought that it's a very wearable gem, and I think in this pink tone, when you can see the quality, can't you? You can see the glow on this, and you can see that quality. I think it feels very special to be able to have it, not just in that deep, deep, deep aubergine purple that we're used to, but actually with that element of the pink. Now, some of you who are looking at this now will be thinking, that doesn't look like the pinks as I would expect them, because pink amethyst isn't actually a pop of pink. It's not like a rose quartz. If this were pink, like a rose quartz, it would simply be called rose quartz, because don't forget, they are the same family. And it's just when you get that backsplash of blue within it that does make it this more of a purpley tone, that it is still classed as amethyst, but it does have the pink amethyst name to it. Pink amethyst is something extremely rare for us to see, in particular from this location in which it is in, that's from Brazil. Now the Brazil that we've got within here, the Brazil that we have in this, you know, has got a beautiful, beautiful array of tones. But from this location, it's extremely hard to get your hands on. Extremely hard. Now you can see those arrows rolling down, and that's as I talk about how difficult this is to get your hands on. Really? Wow. I'm absolutely blown away by where those arrows have just taken this price down to. I'm absolutely blown away. Have you seen the size I've seen? Have you seen the amount of these? Have you seen the size of that centre one, of which I'm going to be guessing, oh, looking at about 15 carats, maybe even 20, 25 carats on that centre one alone? Actually, what I've got here for you is a pink amethyst, which is extremely rare for us to have here at Jewellery Maker anyway. I've got it from that go-to location of Brazil, which means that these are actually not taken out by huge rapid explosions or big digging machinery. These are taken out with tiny pickaxes, very small pickaxes, around this size pickaxe, to actually get these out of the ground, because they are so kind of intricate geodes in which we get these out of. Not at all slightly the usual big geode you might have seen for your regular amethyst that you can get these huge pieces from. No, in Brazil, the location where you get your pink amethyst from, they are much smaller, very small indeed in general. But also the fact that this has just been rolled down to under £10 today. Dion, you said to me it was going down to £9.95. Do you know what her reply to that was? Do you know what her reply to that was? She's honestly said to me 3 times, I'm going to take this to £9.95, which is why I was like, wow, really? Oh my goodness. I've just said to her, Dion, you said £9.95, and her excuse, I know. That's not how an excuse works, Dion. I love that. £7.95. What do we think of amethyst, one of the most loved gemstones, in this beautiful location at that price?
That's amazing. I'd be buying 2 or 3 of these, because that price, and then I can be making my really gem heavy pieces out of it, should I wish to, but also keeping some of those larger ones to make those real feature pieces. And because you've got the centre ones, you've got almost like the cabochon type dome over the top of them. You know, they're perfect for making your wire work rings or pendants. But if you're not quite happy yet with your prong setting or your cabochon setting, you've still got the added benefit of having a drill hole through there, but it's in such a way that the top part of the gemstone is completely visible, so that you wouldn't even need to hide that too much if you wouldn't want to. So there's they're absolutely fantastic strand. I'm amazed at the price.
Stunning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another lady who's amazed at the price is Mandy. Says, hello everyone at JM. Had to get 2 of this strand as it's stunning. And that price, wow, thank you so much, Dee. And that is from lovely Mandy. Well done to everyone who did get it. And yeah, Mandy, you've got yourself a couple. A few people have. Why not? £7.95 for you today on this one today. Okie pokely, how about we bring to you your mixed gemstone bracelet box. Dion's going to take the price down on it. Dion, I didn't tell you. They were talking about you on show the other day, Dion. Who was? Dion's just gone. That's not a sentence. I'll tell you who was. Kim was. Kim and Ali were. Well, someone messaged in saying, Kim, I think you might be outdoing Dion on prices today. Just saying. We're going to take back the crown, aren't we, Dee, today? We're taking back the crown. I have got here for you silver-plated copper bracelet gemstone collection. Let me show you exactly what I've got here, shall I? You are getting this little box of goodies. Don't forget, you can use the box again. You're getting this little box of goodies that includes things such as your... Let me get this out for you. Your bracelet base, which is really very, very easy to use. No clasp on this. No worries if you've got dexterity issues. You pop your hand in, you tighten it up as much as you need it to be tightened, because this is malleable. Once you've got it to the height you want, you get your gemstones of goodies on. You've got these lovely connectors. You've got gemstone peridot I've got in here. I've got amethyst in here. I've got that beautiful iolite as well, for that special in there. And your rainbow moonstone as well in here. here, all with these beautiful little clusters together. Lots of those. You get 10 of each, and they're approximately 3 by 2. And then I also get loads of jump rings. Don't forget, if you want jump rings, tomorrow's your day. Tomorrow morning show. So if you're watching on Thursday, if you stay on Thursday, stay tuned. If you're watching on Thursday morning, stay tuned because Fleur's up in a little bit. Oh, excuse me. So jump rings galore in here. You've got, should be $14.95, not today. Rolling it down. Should have been £15 today. £9.95 for an absolute start yourself off a bracelet kit. That is a huge price drop. And don't forget, even if you're brand spanking new, comes with instructions of exactly how we create these pieces. It's so easy to work with, so fabulous to use, and step-by-step tuition with a written explanation and with your pictures as well for those visual learners among us. Hello, text messenger. Got 3 of these a few months back as gift. They are fab. The gems in them are sizable and gorgeous, says Mandy. Mandy, thank you for that. You're right, I agree with you, you know. They are really, really sizable. Oh, sorry, I just whipped that out of shot. How very rude of me. They are absolutely very, very sizable. And you can get loads of them. You can get loads of them on here, can't you? We've just rolled that down in price. Naughty price point for us all. Great for kids. Great for teenagers. Great for just a really quick make for anybody that you can wear every day. Price point. Oh, wait, what? How much? How much? How much? No, you are joking. You know how much I love opal. I really genuinely do. It just makes me feel dead happy. As soon as I touch it, as soon as I hold it, it just has a feeling unlike any other gemstone. And opal for me is very special anyway. But when I've got opal that's blue opal, I know that I'm holding something that is rarer than rare, something that is the extreme side of rare. Opal is rare as it is anyway, we all know that, in particular from Peru. Peruvian opal, we hardly ever seen. What's the last strand of Peruvian opal you saw? We don't see it often. And even not all of our blue opal, you know, can have that high connotation of location name. I've got Peruvian opal, and it's one of the rarest colours of opal that there is. It's your blue. And it is part of the summer sale. You ready? Oh, just look at it. Imagine this, and I would pair this with Tanzanite every single day of the week. Imagine that. Oh, look. We do not get to see our beautiful opal like this often at all. You do not get to see any opal of blue nature often at all, actually. Did anyone get those rondelles the other day? Has anybody got any Kyanite in their collection? Have you got any Tanzanite in your collection or any pearls? If you said yes to any of them, you've just got your match made in heaven here. You really, really do. It is just a stunning strand, and I want to see what Dion can do with the price. Just give me a clue. Should be $14.95. Of course it should be. It's one of the rarest of opals in the world. It's one of the rarest colours. It's from Peru. How often do we get Peruvian opal of any kind, let alone of the blue variety? Very rare. Should be £15. £9.95. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your hands on this today, what are you going to be getting? You're going to be getting one of the most popular colours in the gemstone world, of one of the most loved gemstones of opal in the world, and you're going to be getting it today at a knockdown price point. This is just a stunning piece to have in your collection. We don't have Peruvian opal on often. We don't have it in this colour palette at all often, and at £9.95, how often do you see opal under £10? Well, we don't. We don't, do we? We simply don't. That is just spectacular. It really, really is. Well done, absolutely, everybody. And you're getting loads of that. 95 carats worth. That must be one of the biggest carat weights I've seen of blue opal. Well done, everyone. Okay, I'm going to bring you now... say what number, sorry, Poppet Chops? Yep. No, there's nothing in there, Poppet. Sorry. It's empty. Tell me what it should be. Oh, hang on. Dion's she's just trying to find you some treats now. Find you some treats. I'm dead chuffed with that blue opal. If you didn't manage to get it, please do treat yourself to it now. This is what we're bringing to you. This is what we're doing right now for you, all these spaces. Now, I don't actually have a example of them in front of me, but crimp bead covers we're doing right now for you. So, crimp bead covers we're bringing to you right here, right now. Sorry, there's something in the box, and then we showed the wrong picture, and then we showed this. We're all on track now. What have I got for you? Well, I've got these sterling silver crimp bead covers. Sterling silver real deal crimp bead covers I've got for you here. Now, when we're dealing with your crimp bead covers, we're dealing with something that we can work as a mechanic, as a clasp securer. We can use it as a spacer if we wish. We can use it in pretty much any way your mind will allow you to. And we bring it to you in really great quality, I have to say. It's super high shine, beautiful, and very, very eye-catching because of that high reflective index. We don't see the sterling silver as much as this often at all, because these here, $17.95, but actually, ladies and gents, it's not just one pack. I've got 2 packs of these for you, 200 of these sterling silver spacer beads I've got for you there. So you are getting, I mean, look, you are getting a big amount of these, and they're in a doubled up layer. You're getting a huge amount of these, you really, really are. I've got for you 200 of them in total. So at £17.95 per pack, let's say around here, how much does that make these together? Well, they should be working out, if my calculations are correct, at £29, about £29.90. £29.90 they should be all together. But we're going, so we're 10p off £30, aren't we? Of course it should, because it is precious metal and it is a high gram weight. Not today. Should be £29.90. It's £19.95 for you today on this. Essentially, £10 you've just saved yourself. So it's buy one pack at $17.95, get the other pack for about £7, isn't it? That is really wonderful for you, isn't it? Very wonderful. If you wanted to do designs like this, then you could do, obviously just be very careful with the way that you close up pieces like this to make them nice and round. $19.95 is just phenomenal, isn't it? Lovely, Sarah.
It is, and I love using these crimp covers, and I don't just use them for covering up crimps. I use them if I'm making gemstone beaded rings, and I need to just make a little space that's maybe the gemstone's maybe a 4mm, and I need to get it to the next ring size. I just use a few of these just to create that little bit of space where the gemstone might be too big. And also, if you've made a neckline piece and sometimes you just don't quite get the beading thread tight enough, especially if you're using a heavier gemstone, you might just have a little bit of a gap. Pop a couple of these in just to hide that little gap in the beading thread and just make your piece perfect.
Sorted, isn't it?
It is. It's just really, they're beautiful to use.
It's got everything where you need it then.
It is, yeah. And just, you know, the fact, you know, that the sterling silver as well, when you're using all the rest of your pieces sterling silver, the last thing you want to do is to not put a sterling silver crimp cover over it. So, and especially if you're making those high-end pieces, you want the finish to be perfect.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Especially if you're working with things like these pearls,
yeah.
You want, you know, say that you were to pop this on the end, you want that to be a perfect ending, don't you, to those pearls. You want it to look just beautiful alongside there. So, what have I got for you now? Well, I have got this beautiful strand of pearls, which we haven't seen too many pearls today, actually. It's a bit of a shame. We've only had one of the bundle on before, as far as I can remember. But just look how things like that 95 really finish off these designs. Oh, well, you can't now because I've just knocked it off. But use your imagination. I have got here for you a really beautiful cultured pearl strand. Now, this has got that beautiful, delicate pink, almost, almost candy floss tone to it, but very, very delicate to it. You've got a really nice smoothness to these, which I think is really very elegant. And these are drilled at the shortest point in the organic itself. Now what that means is you've got the opportunity there to not work at essentially you're getting more on the strand, aren't you, than if these were going to be drilled at the longest point. Now if you are watching on the Thursday, welcome to you. We have got Fleur coming up in approximately 35 minutes, so do stay where you are if you're watching on Thursday morning. But these with kind of chainmail designs, don't forget we can do delicate chainmail earrings with a little pearl. Perfect, especially in this colour, because let's be honest, I think this colour is going to go with gold, I think it's going to go with rose gold, and I think it's going to go with silver. So it's something great to add to your collection. Hello, it's just web bidders getting this right now, which says to me that the price is naughty, which says to me that the web buyers are going, I can't say no to this, because I've got I've got lots of multi-buyers, pretty much half and half split actually. I've got lots of web bidders who are saying, I cannot miss out on this today, which makes me think the price is so good. Telephone bidders, let's get you in, shall we? Oh, that is truly sensational, isn't it? Really, really a sensational price. £6.95. And if I may just show you this against my neckline in a moment, just to show you that what we've got here, I don't want to hit my mic, I think I just did. Sorry. This touching at the back. What we've got here for me is a beautiful necklace length. Perfect necklace length for me, that is, in particular when I had a clasp on the back, and I personally would rarely have the shapes like this kind of so packed together. I would be putting a knot in between each of these. So for me, something just to add to your collection at an amazing price. Oh, they'd be lovely for making baby shower gifts for a new mummy. Nicola, completely agree with you. You know those little Alison Terry booties? What about just two of these at the front, almost like coming off the end of the laces? That'd be really pretty. Or yeah, for a new mum, you know, we've talked about the feeding bracelets before, haven't we? Something like this on that would be beautiful. These are your pink cultured pearls. What do you think of these at £6.95, please, Sarah? Alvin?
Amazing value, crazy price, and they are just beautiful, and they're perfect for bridesmaids, for little flower girls, for making hair. If you manage to get the hair slides from earlier, if you've got girls that do ballet as well, this is the perfect pink for those little hair grips for the ballet girls, the little pink tutus. I just think they're beautiful.
They look fab for little hair pieces.
Yeah.
What do you think? I love pink and purple together. I in particularly actually love things like your pink and blues together. Look at this coated labradorite we had on for you earlier on, ladies and gentlemen. That'd look gorgeous with that, wouldn't it? Sorry, Dion, I know you talked to me, but I couldn't hear you. Oh, it wasn't for me. Oh, sorry. You know, I think it's all about me, don't I? Someone talks, I'm like, oh, must be to me. Oh, do you know what? This would go great with, right, over here, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go up shop because, as you can imagine, I've got so many treats on today because we're having our summer sale. Sorry, I had to reach out there. These, oh, to me, are beyond a perfect pairing. Blue opal and pink pearls are phenomenal. I love blues and pinks together at the best of time. Colours for a girl, colours for a boy, depending on which way round you think of it. Because don't forget, not so long ago, in living memory for some, blue used to represent the colour of a baby girl and pink used to represent the colour of a baby boy. It's only relatively recently changed. Yeah, really? Yeah, my grandma always talks about the colour blue being for a little girl and pink. Yes, true story. In fact, back in the ancient times, little boys used to be called little girls. True story. I'll tell you more about it later. I've got things to do, Dion. I have got here for you beautiful shaded blue opal, and it is just beyond belief. Now this is your Brazilian blue opal. I brought you the Peruvian earlier, and if I may show you them alongside each other, I want to show you the different colour and different effects you get. So can you see it's difficult in this light, but can you see how you've got many more of those honey tones on the Peruvian? Can you see that? You get more of these honey. In the matrix of a Peruvian, you get more of these browns and creams and custard tones, whereas with a Brazilian, you get just that striation of the whites. You get those beautiful whites as a back palette, which make it really pop. It makes it so fresh. I love that these are such huge pieces. I mean, really, where do you get to see, you know, pieces as large as this, even at JewelleryMaker, even on our sister channels? You know, when they bring you coloured opals, the likes of the pinks, the lavenders and the blues, I haven't seen carat weights like the centre ones before, ever, on our sister channel. So it's really exciting for me to have the opportunity to bring these to you here and now. Blue opal, it's extremely rare. It's a connoisseur's choice. If you know a connoisseur, or you think yourself as a connoisseur, and you don't have this strand, I strongly encourage you to get it whilst you can. It's an extreme rarity. It really is one for the people who love gemstones. And today, your price point. Pardon? Wow. It's not even that, says Dion. We're rolling it down. £10 back in your pocket on a connoisseur's choice. When we talk about connoisseur's choices, what we're talking about is we're talking about all of you people who absolutely love and adore your gemstones and understand the perceived value of gemstones and understand the rarity of gemstones and understand that certain gemstones will demand higher prices, will demand more of a kind of account taken to them, and demand, therefore, more of a respect. We don't normally take £10 off a strand like that at all, but we are today. We've just taken £10 off this for you. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who doesn't know, and you're thinking, I've never seen blue opal before, what type of dye have you put on this? We haven't dyed it. It's natural. It is naturally occurring, that colour. A lot of people don't even know about blue opal, and I think this is a great one to educate your friends and family about, because this is an opal. It's built up in exactly the same way as those opals we will recognise, the likes of your Ethiopian, your Wello, your fire opal. It's built up in exactly the same way. It's a silica-based substance, very heavy in silica-based substance, that essentially forms in a lot of the time measures of water in the crust of the earth, settling, water being evaporated, settling, evaporating, settling over many years, leaving these tiny silica pieces. It's just phenomenal. Really, really is. Speaking of blue, we've had a text in. Dion, it used to be pale blue for girls to represent the Virgin Mary, and pale pink for boys as it's a lighter colour, or red, which is for men. And that's from Nicola. Absolutely, absolutely, Nicola, completely true. Yeah, Dion's just like, well, I never knew that. Every day's a school day, Dion, especially here at JewelleryMaker. $29.95 for you. So, see, proof that blue, perfect for ladies and for gentlemen as well. Oh, I'll tell you what, that'd be with that Tanzanite constantly, wouldn't it? Well, it would for me. Okie pokes, got for you now emerald. Double trouble strand of emerald on my nuggets. Double trouble, I would say, because they're both double strands and I've got two of them, so that's double trouble, isn't it? I've got here for you a lashing of beautiful emerald. There's loads on here, isn't there? Emerald duo we have here before you, and yes, those are the arrows, which is just a shocker really, because it's emerald. It's one of the big four. It's a gemstone we're used to seeing time and time again with some of the best gemstones in the world. You know, emerald is classed as one of the most loved. It does stand beside sapphire. It does stand beside diamond in those stakes, doesn't it? It does stand beside these high-end prestigious gems that we're used to seeing, and the ruby, of course, as well. We're not used to seeing arrows go down on pieces like that, are we? Can I just be really nosy? Can I? Let's have a look at the price. Price point today, double trouble. The double trouble, double. £9.95. You would never expect that. If anyone is watching for the first time, it's lovely to see you. Hello, everyone. On your first order today, midnight till midnight, you get as many as you want. Get as many treats as you want. Buy one thing, buy 101 things, and it's only £2.95. £2.95 in the UK, postage and packaging all day. If you are brand spanking new and you're looking at this going, emerald coloured what? Emerald coloured glass, emerald coloured plastic. No, it's just emerald. It's the real deal. Yes, from the likes of your Tiffany, your Chanel, your Boodles. Yes, that type of emerald. Yes, emerald, such as off of that city in Oz, and I don't mean Australia. Yeah, it is that real deal emerald. You've got, in total, around about 260 carats worth of real deal emerald here, and it's going to go with so much. If you're not sure how to work with chips and nuggets like this, we have got DVDs to help you out. You can do things like we do a course about it. If you have a little look online and you type in Laura Binding Tree of Life onto our YouTube, I'm sure that her Tree of Life design will come up, and we've done it time and time again. Things like this for a Tree of Life are just perfect. Or even Alison Tarry's nugget tree, it'd be great. £9.95 for you on those ones. If you didn't think that was good enough, we're about to make it very special. It's our final for now, unless you're watching on Thursday, and then I've got loads more coming up. Stop by! That photo on screen right now, taken approximately 42 seconds ago. This is so new. This is brand new in. This has just marched through the door like, hi, we're here, pay attention, because, ladies and gents, these demand it. 1,245 carats of where have you been all my life? Botswana agate. It has been forever and a day, it feels, since we've had Botswana agate on. It is just a beautiful gem, isn't it? Oh, blimey, not many chances whatsoever, ladies and gents. I've got less than 100 chances, can you believe? Such a shame, because it is just a stunning gemstone. Botswana agate. Now, I mean, this is Botswana agate from Botswana. Now, I know that sounds silly, but certain pieces of Botswana agate can be described as Botswana agate, but they're not actually from that location. They just have kind of, they mimic the colours that you see running through what we have here. I absolutely adore this type of agate, because it does tell a story. It does give you this beautiful appeal of all of the different banding. You have got big pieces in some areas on here, and I mean, you know, for pieces like this, don't think of it as one individual piece. This doesn't have to be, you know, made up with lots and lots of different intricate pieces. You could build it up, but what about just doing it as one section to a neckline piece? You know, that to me, like this, it seems a bit much for me. For me, I'm not sure how weighted I would feel if I had that as one individual piece. But if I turn it that way, and maybe did some wire writing over the front and just a bit of chain coming up at the other side, it always balances it out more, doesn't it? It gives it a bit more of a balance, because essentially you've got it at that slender part, so it doesn't look as large. So really think about how you're going to work with these, because each one of them will be telling a different story, and each one of them will offer something really different to you. It truly, truly will. The banding will work exceptionally well with the blue opal I've just brought to you at that £10 off as well. I have got for you here Botswana agate from that most prestige and prized location, and like I say, it's a big carat weight. 1,245 carats worth I have here of one of the best known and most loved of all of the agate locations. It's prestigious, it's high end, it's brand spanking new, and it's £19.95 to get your hands on these ones today. It is just a wonderful array that we have here. It truly is. To be able to get ones of this size and of this kind of dramatic look, Sarah Alvin, love to know what you did, what you would do with these.
Like you said, Changing the direction of them does change the balance of them, but you can you know, use them in lots of different ways. So things like, you know, if you want to put them in your house as a decorative item, if you want to use them as wall art or hang them at the windows or make a wind charm out of them, there's lots of different things you can do with them. But actually I just can see one of those set onto a wirework collar. I just think it would look amazing, especially one of the ones that's got the points on it with that point facing down. A very Aztec feel design, quite heavily wire worked. I think that would look amazing.
Yeah.
But again, if you're into doing sort of the Rachel Norris type feel pieces where you have the decorative over the top, so if you're doing like the lizard design, I know she did a gecko type design or an elephant or something like that over the top of it, they would just look amazing.
Look really pretty, wouldn't they? Against a window in particular with that light shining through, it looks sensational. Well done, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Multi-buyers on this at $19.95. I think it's safe to say you got yourself something new, beautiful, and an absolute bargain as well. £19.95 for you today. Well done everybody who got your hands on those ones. Okie pokely, I've got for you real quick hair combs. I'm squeezing in a few more extra deals for you now. Oh, honestly, I've got so much stuff today, I've run out of space. Hair combs, not just one or two, loads. Hair combs of great proportions. You're getting 15 of these in total. So essentially you're getting 3 packs. I'll show you the amount you're getting. Look at all of those. 3 packs you're getting in total. Our hair combs are fantastical. The reason I love them, they don't get caught in your hair. Well, they don't get caught in my hair because they have these rounded ends in here. They have the rounded edges, which means they don't get caught in your hair. They're super duper sturdy strong, which means they're not likely to snap in your hair. I always think, like, you know, I've not been married myself, but I always think for brides who buy things like the veils that come on things like this but they're plastic, I always think, what do you do when teeth fall out of that? You know, like, it must be sad to have something special from your day. This, you know, I'm popping it in, taking it out. It's you're not going to lose any teeth on this because it's metal. It's not taking out any of my hair, even though I'm doing that and I've got loads of hairspray in, because they've got that nice curved end. And don't forget, we can shape these. You can make flower shapes with these. You can cut them in half and do hair buns with these. You can do whatever you like with these. 15 of them we've got in total. That's 3 packs, because normally we do a pack of 5, don't we? Today, 15 of them in that lovely rose gold colour, $6.95.
That's amazing.
That is just phenomenal. We've all seen, haven't we? We've all seen in well-known stores where, yeah, you do get a pack of 2 or sometimes 4 of them, but they're plastic, and we've all seen them at the £5 mark, haven't we? For 2 or 4. We've all seen it. I would much prefer to get my hands on a metal one, which actually... You might be thinking, well, I don't make that many hair combs because I don't really make that many hair combs myself, and I don't know many people who do. We don't have to use these as hair combs at all. Spread out the teeth like in a fan shape. Use them as a really funky kind of base to a neckline piece. Press them upwards and put them on a hairband and have them as a tiara look. Spread out each of the individual teeth and wire wrap in between them, creating a beautiful kind of flower design that you could have on a lapel. You know, cut these in half and put a bit of chain in between them and have it as a bun decoration, you know, where you put them at either side of the bun and then you have a nice little loop of chain underneath. There's so much you can do with these, so don't just think of them as, oh, it's a hair comb, so I need to make it a hair comb, because you don't have to at all. £6.95 for you today on those ones. Well done, everyone. Really unusual to see such a large variety of those in one place, so well done anyone who did get them. It's really lovely to have you on board. I'm going to bring you a bit of storage now, actually, which you'd be able to keep loads of those hair grips in. This was our really high-end, very fit-for-purpose storage box. This is how it came with your flip top there, really easy to open up, and then you get all of these little ridges at the top to make sure that none of those gemstones or spaces or whatever go southwards when you pick up the box. You've also got in there a variety of your small boxes, small but they're deep as well. Variety of your slightly larger, let me get them all out so you can see. A larger again, and your largest. That is just phenomenal, isn't it? Look at those different sizes that we've got in there. So you're getting 2 of these, about 2 of these, approximately 4 of these, and about 8 of these ones in total. You have got $17.95 because guess what? It was buy one box, get the other one for just £5 today. 2 boxes, £5. They're the same boxes that you've got there. Really just wonderful. $17.95 for you. Get them whilst you can, because that was a great storage essential price point for you. Do treat yourself whilst you can. A storage case and craft tidy, £17.95. Hello Danielle, Jessica. Hi lovely ladies. Pink began being used as a colour for girls and blue for boys in the late 17th century. Great show today. How much do we know about pink and blue, eh? We know loads, don't we? Haven't we? Thank you very much for sending that in, lovely lady. Yeah, absolutely true. The 17th century. Okie Pokley got spinel. What? On my desk? On my desk by my new ins. I have. Oh, it's even a little box. Look how cute this is. Yeah, but I've never had a box 25 before. Look at this. We don't even have a box 25, look. Someone's just put it on a little sticky note. Oh, ruined it. That's stuck for good now. Messed that up. Oh, brilliant. Right, I'm just going to have to put it on. There we are. New box 25. There we are. There we go. Look at what I've got in here. Box 25 holds a real treat. You have got 925 wrapped in gold spinel. Hang on a second. Let me just grab this out. Blimey, how much of this have I got? No. Right, do you know the 925 chains that we've been doing of late, the 925 ones with a special gem? They've been 50 centimetres, haven't they? 50 centimetres, because you know how much I love to get at measure, is approximately this. I've actually got, I was about 2 centimetres off. I've actually got a meter's worth here. 1 meter's worth of the 925 gold chain with that stunning faceted spinel, but I'm not just bringing you one. Box 25 holding 2 of these at a metres each, so actually I've got 2 whole metres worth of this 925. You're right there, Claire. That was Claire just having a little nosy in me drawer. Hey Claire. I've actually got 2 metres worth here of this beautiful 925 gold chain there in that spinel. It's a huge amount. I mean, look. Absolutely mammoth amount that we've got there. I could make myself 5 necklaces maybe. 4 necklaces, 2 bracelets. I could make myself 10 bracelets. I could make myself about 40 pairs of earrings. I could go far with working with these, and I love that they are that spinel. Has anyone been buying any of that micro-faceted spinel? We've had on quite a bit of the last week or so. They're gorgeous, aren't they? These will go just phenomenally well. How much should it be for one, may I ask, Dion? It's £14.95 for one, which I genuinely think is sensational, because it's real 925 and it has got genuine gold in there, but also you've got all of those wonderful spinel too. Today, for one, should be £14.95, making these £30. £19.95 for both of them today. They should have been 10p off £30 worth today. So essentially you've got about a third off the price, because this is £19.95. That means you buy one, you get the other one for £5, if my calculations serve me correctly. That is a great price point if you're thinking, essentially, you buy one and then on the other one you're going to be saving yourself about tenner really, isn't it? £9–10. These are great, aren't they, Sarah? What do you like to do with them?
I love making anklets with them, using them for your bracelet ring designs. I love draping them from my hair combs and allowing them just to tumble down. Use them as extended chains for your pieces as well, just adding that extra touch of luxury to pieces. but also my multi-layered chains and neckline pieces, and it's all the work's done. So you can make something that looks so intricate, which it is, but has taken you a fraction of the time that you would do normally. And for me, the time saving is worth every penny for me, because for me to sit there and do that, I can't do it as neatly, even though I can practice and practice. It takes me forever to make them that neat. And also just to have all that material and the work done for you so effortlessly. They're just brilliant. I love using them all the time, and I wrap them around things like spacer beads that have got little filigree work. Loop them up together or sew them onto those with monofilament as well. It just looks beautiful.
Love that idea, because they can give almost texture actually for that, can't they?
They can.
Just beautiful that we've got here. Now this next one I would suggest you purchase if you just love, you can purchase quite a few, if you just love putting like loads of things in a pot and giving yourself a massage. You know what I mean? The amount of times I've been caught with my hands in those big gemstone things where everyone gets the bead scooch from. These are fab for that. Everybody at home knows exactly what I'm talking about. I've got for you here your stunning spacers. Now these are your bare copper spacers. Bare copper is important to point out because this isn't a copper colour on top of anything. This is real deal copper all the way through. Now the great thing about that is you can age these if you want. Have you got any patinas or any sulphurs or any, you know, kind of alcohol inks and that sort of thing at home? If you do, you can age these, you can oxidise these, you can give these that beautiful kind of verdigris colour with these if you wanted to, because they are real deal bare copper. These are going to be lovely in things like your Kumihimo, things like your wire work, things like your chainmail actually they're going to be great in. Really sensational. I'd love to hear how much they are. Spacers? Well, really? Gosh, and you're getting 1,500 of these. This is a really relatively new selection to our collection, if that makes sense. And there's loads of you absolutely firing in for these. It's lovely to see everybody here. But they are, we haven't had these for very long at all. And I will say that yes, they are 2mm, but actually the hole in these are a decent enough size. I've got for you here 1,500 for $7.95 of your bare copper that we have here. We can age it, we can give it a really beautiful, we don't have to age it, of course, it will age naturally over time. Hi Sarah, Becky. I've been waiting for spacer beads all morning. Got mine. Sarah. I read your mind. No, I didn't really. But it's a good job you were watching them, wasn't it? Wouldn't you have been gutted, Sarah, if you'd just turned off? If you'd have just turned off then, and then maybe you'd seen it, someone saying it on Facebook, oh yay, I got the spacers. Oh, that'd have been really annoying, wouldn't it? Don't worry, you got them. Well done to you, Sarah. The quantity is rolling down though, which we can see. Started off with about 120-ish, was it? 110, 120? Started off with close to 110, and that is rolling down for you right now, as you can see. So do check out. Lots of multi-buyers on these ones, because we don't get to see them often at all, and it is nice to have spacers. Yes, okay. We can make things like your crimp bead covers look like spacers, but actually, if you squidge them, squash them, and squash them, you can't get a perfect round on them, can you, really? Yes, it happened with the bundle last week. I missed them. Can never be too sure, can you, Sarah? And I've got to say, it is really irritating. It is really, really, really annoying. Do you know, the way I would compare it is, because obviously I am very lucky to say that I very rarely miss things on the show. I very rarely miss things on the show because I'm on the show, and then, you know, if I really, really want something, then I'll grab it in the break or whatever. But the way I describe it is, going to a shop, a clothes shop, buying a nice dress, and then it being in the sale the next day. Feels like that, doesn't it? Feels like that, Sarah. I know exactly what you mean. Hello, Michelle. Is it Michelle or Michaela? Michelle? Michelle. Could I allow... Can I ask... Oh, sorry. Can I ask how big the hole is, please? Yep, you can. About 1 mil. Let me show you, though, if I may. Is it about 1 mil? Oh, come back. Oh, where have it gone now? I've just lost it. It's all right. I've got another 1,499 here to work with. There we go. Am I saying a mil? I'm saying some of them up to a mil, yeah. Some of them up to a mil is my guess. Well, that's nearly impossible for you to see, isn't it? Isn't it? I was holding it completely wrong, wasn't I then? Wasn't I? It's hard, this, you know. It is.
And you can get 2 pieces of beading thread through most of them.
2 pieces of beading thread?
Yeah, through most of those.
It's wonderful. I'm going to say you can definitely get a 0.4 through the vast majority. 0.6, yep, should be able to. 0.8, possibly. A few, yeah. 7.95 bare copper spaces, 1,500 to treat you. Well done all. 49. Clasp ends for you now. Yes, we do not get them often at all. Do you remember, cast your mind back to Sunday? Do you remember the lovely Hannah Osborne was doing the Sunday experience, and she had that necklace with all the different layers of the pearls? Do you remember? And I actually said to her, didn't I, oh, and you've used the cord ends in there. I have a feeling we've got them coming up soon. I meant now. I've got for you these cord ends, which is exactly what she used on her neckline piece, you know, for the cords. She used these. All you have to do, it's really easy. It's like a little handbag charm, isn't it? You've got the little loop here at the top, which of course is hollow, so you can put your clasp on there. And then you put all your cords, whatever you might want in here, and all you do is with your pliers, imagine my fingers, the pliers go squeeze, squeeze, and the teeth will slot in together and hold whatever you've got there really nice and tightly. I've got the copper colour in the smallest size there for you, that golden colour, which is around about a 10mm on those ones. You're getting around 5. But then I've got a slightly oh no, sorry, those ones are, yeah, 10mm. I've then got for you a golden colour, and I've got 2 different sizes there. I've got around about a 10mm, but around about a 16mm as well, so you can see you've got different sizes. You're getting 5 in each pack, which I think it means you're getting 20 in total, apparently. So you're getting, on my information, I'm just going to question something now. The thing I'm questioning though is actually the size of the rose gold ones, because if you look on screen, the rose gold ones are all the same size, aren't they? Rose gold, it does say that you get 5 16mm. Okay, so the picture isn't correct then, and what I've got in front of me isn't correct either, because if you look here, I've got 10 of the 10mm. I've not got 5 of 10mm and 5 of 16mm, because can you see these ones are the 16mm? So please do forgive me. Imagine you've got these 2 sizes, but they're in the rose gold colour there, okay? So we've got for you 10 of the large, 10 of the small, 20 in total. Your price point today, £6.95 for you to get your hands on those ones today. It's something we don't get to see that often, and it really will keep things like our cords in place really nice and super duper sturdy, because those teeth do go inside each other. They don't just go on top of each other, they do link inside one another. You can see that the serration there, so it keeps it really nicely kind of tight and taut and in place. And you do have a big enough gap at the top of these to get not just things that, you know, your Esslon through, but actually I'm wondering if you could get some Suedettes through here. And another thing, just before anyone asks, why do you do 5? Because people ask that a lot. Why would you do 5? It's so you can do, say, 2 sides of a bracelet, 2 sides of a necklace, and then 1 drop for a pendant, for example. That's what we do 5 for in those. I'm heading on over to Sarah Alvin now, who has joined me all throughout the afternoon. And you have gone to town with your challenge.
It's a lovely challenge. Couldn't help but make beautiful jewellery, so...
You've done loads with it. 2, 4, 6, 7 designs. Lovely Sarah's whipped up in the last, what, 3.5 hours? That's fab. Tell us how these were to work with, please.
Beautiful, just really beautiful. very easy to work with. All the colour tones mix and match perfectly. You can make, you know, whether you want to make your everyday pieces of jewellery, whether you want to make evening pieces, whether you want to make just one colour palette, or whether you just want to mix and match them all together. You can do all of that with this bundle. And I've got so much left.
I know, I was just going to say, this was your frosted collection, so every single one of these was frosted, including things like your ovals, which were 10 by 8, including things like the striped agate, an 8mm round, black frosted ones you got, which we hardly ever see, those were 8mm rounds, and even those gorgeous cubes, which I just fell in love with, corner drilled frosted cubes, 4mm. In total, I think you've got 6 strands, am I right on saying that? Yes, I am. You've got 6 strands in total, and we took it to a low £14.95.
Wow.
I mean, it's working out how much each? About £2.40 something each. Genuine gemstones in a frosted form, which we hardly ever see. So really fab for you to get your hands on. And if you are watching back on the repeat on Thursday, do make sure you're checking out your baskets quickly on those ones. Thank you for today, Sarah Alvin.
You're very welcome.
When are you with us next, please?
I think it's the 15th of September.
Okay,
I think. But it's a little while now.
Yeah, because it's after your holiday.
After my holidays, yes.
And you're going on Saturday?
Yes.
Have a fantastic time.
Oh, thank
we
you.
won't be jealous at all. Thank you very much for
very
today,
welcome.
Sarah Alvin. Don't forget, we will take pictures and pop them up on our Jewellery Maker Facebook page for you. Now, tomorrow I am joined by the fantastic Fleur for lots of designs. Do stay tuned. You've got Hannah and Gemma Crow coming up after the break. I'll see you in a bit.